Yeah, I got some chamomile on deck. What y'all got?
Same thing.
I got chai spiced dragon.
What the fuck?
Evelyn Jungle isn't real. She can't hurt you.
Yeah, if you like went back to me 10 years ago when I first started playing League of Legends, and I'm like, yo, 10 years from now, you and all the boys gonna be playing League of Legends, drinking herbal tea. I'd be like,
Alright. Are we good to go?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so. I've officially given us a new. What the hell happened to fucking.
Who the fuck?
What happened to Iga? Or, I mean,
What do you mean?
Zoro.
Why'd you move? Who moved me?
I didn't move you.
Wasn't me.
Says the only other man with access to my character feed.
Yeah?
I'm assuming that I'm lying and Mike's not lying.
Move him now, motherfucker. See what happens.
oh damn.
Damn, can't select them. Lick my dick.
I never could.
Who moved them? I know
You took
it was
away my
you.
permissions last session.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, you didn't, because you went into my profile last session
I
because
know
you
I
thought.
was arguing. No, the
Come
funny
on,
thing
man.
is about that though is that I didn't. I lied about
You
that.
can't. Come on, man. You can't take a
I
League of
bet you
Legends
did.
loss and then sit here and still try to.
No,
pass the
I'm saying
time.
like the funny
I know
thing
you're a
about that,
broken man. But
I
don't do
fucking
this.
I fumbled going through my own sheet yesterday. And I was taking so long that I lied. I was like, oh, I was in Alex's sheet just to like give myself more time to find the button.
Yourself seem like less of an idiot. Oh
yeah.
man.
Alright.
But yeah,
Alright, let's get
roll.
the show on the road.
this bow on the show.
Okay. So.
Yep.
Last session, obviously, you ended the Storm Covenant / Vorkum front upon the island to the most south, occupied by the Fury Warriors, and that invasion is officially over. So, everybody rallies. A couple weeks go by. Not even. I'd say about a week goes by, and everybody kind of just like gets you regroup. The Fury Warriors get a new leader, temporary leader, just until the end of the war. Put up. They elect the same guy who finished leading the invasion, and you guys officially end that arc of this story. Your next list on the agenda is you guys are going to the Komodo Island to free the people in the
It's about damn time.
Karak City that are being taken control of by. There's a better word to use, but they're being
They're
occupied.
disenfranchised.
The city Karak being occupied by the crashing waves in some of the stuff.
You're being
So-
occupado.
As you guys know, there was a operation, not Silent Shadow,
Raccoon City.
Lat and the Risen Whispers, who was just a bunch of retired members of the Silent Shadow. The whole time you guys were on the island to the south, they were running an operation scouting Karak City. And you guys get a briefing, run down of the situation, how everybody's being used for like low-level labor, so that instead of troops doing that, they could be fighting instead, and they're basically forcing them into slavery in a way. Being forced to do this shit. So you guys are to do an invasion on the city. Something to note though, over the last week, something major has changed. That being, not only now is it members of the crashing waves and the storm, but they start to see a lot of members of the Unbreakable Swords trickle into the ranks.
Okay.
So they're giving you tell you about everything in the city. So about another half week's worth of planning goes into this. The higher ups. Jesus Christ, this music's so loud. Can you hear something? And you guys are kind of ready for the invasion. It's like invasion day, and everybody's around the table. And you guys have like you're launching the invasion from from the Risen Whisperers side of the island. So, and you guys are literally within like 3 hours of the invasion, and Lat comes in, and he tells you they have something very important. And he tells that to the Arbor. He says it to the room. He goes, "My men have." He goes, "I'll let him say it." And an elite steps up, and he goes,
Does this guy look like he's anybody, or is it just a random?
I mean, they're all Silent Shadow, so they all look
Okay.
like they're somebody. But I mean, as far as like looking like somebody goes, yeah, he's not your average chump. He comes in, and he goes, "Greetings. It seems that me and my team have been looking into this matter for a couple of weeks now, and I'm confident to say we've come up with something that may be crucial to this invasion." And he says, "There's a building towards the north side of the city, heavily fortified, more fortified than any other building in the entire city. And they seem to be keeping someone there. We don't know who it is or what it is, but they have very high priority over this person. Or they have the priorities very much focused around whoever it is that's in there. We have no name or who they are, but I've heard a couple of the guards. I heard a couple whispers from guards. They're calling her the matriarch. I have a feeling, due to through the other information we've gathered during these last couple of weeks, that she, assuming she is a she, can help us win this. Can help us with this battle, and may possibly prove very valuable to this whole operation. I highly recommend that we postpone the invasion another day, so to give me a chance to do something about this, to see if I can even get in there." The Arbiter looks back, and all the other leaders look at him, and they look at Lat, and they go, "In your opinion?" He goes, "I trust my men, and I trust their information. If he says that this is something that can majorly help us in the battle to happen, then I believe him." And then Arbiter nods. He goes, "What would you do about it?" He's like, "I would just need a small strike force on top of what you've given me, on top of what I have now, as backup, just in case things were to go sideways, to infiltrate the building and see what's in there." And they look around the table, and Arbiter looks to the cross guard, and he goes, "You'll have my best men on it." And he goes, "You three, go with him."
You had us at Strike Squad.
I was gonna say you had us at. I need a small. I need to assemble a small team. You son of a bitch! I'm in.
You guys, they need Peel.
Yeah.
So just in case shit goes sideways, they need backup to help them get out of the situation.
Are we
Gotcha.
just curious? We're not a part of the infiltration team, are we? Are we just there to make noise?
He said, "No, you're." And he said, "Are you asking who you are asking right now? The Arbiter or the dude?"
I'm asking the guy, or Lat, I suppose, since he's the one running or commanding this.
He's not. The other dude is.
I mean, but Lat's his boss. This guy couldn't do this if Lat didn't want him to. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay. He goes. Lat looks to the elite next to him. His name is Fatan Tizeme. He goes, "That's up to Fatan." And he goes, "No." He says, "Come with me. I'll fill you in on what I need you to do on the way there." He goes, this mission needs to launch immediately." And he turns. He bows his head in front of all the brass, and he walks out, expecting you to follow him.
All right, I'll follow him. And first thing Oda says, he's like, I'm just asking because I need to know what I need to get from requisitions before we head out.
He says, "No one." He's like, "I don't need you guys to make any sort of noise. I don't need you guys to make any kind of distraction." He said, "I would prepare for the worst. I prepare for the worst. If things go sideways, have what you need in case of that. Your job is to be there as a backup plan in case things do get their worst. So in that case, I guess bring whatever you see fit." He goes, "Unless any of you," he says, "unless any of you are skilled in the art of stealth, I don't think I need you to come with me."
Oda just fucking loads a fucking mag into his plasma caster. He's like, got it.
Zora
Yeah,
feels
boys.
obligated. Actually, you know what? No, Zora doesn't say anything.
You didn't say anything? Okay. Oh, by the way, your
No.
debuffs are gone at this point.
They are?
Oh.
Okay, sick.
Yeah, about a month and a half to 2 months has passed.
Sick. All right, I'm no longer
Yeah, but
crippled.
I was gonna say though, just to be clear, what are we gonna do? What exactly do you need us to do?
He says we're gonna once we deploy in the hot zone via cloaked phantom, we're gonna find a spot for you to hide and wait. While me and my team infiltrate the building.
So are we covering you in case things go bad on the way out? Are we covering you on the way
If you see us
in?
leaving the building, this goes one of two ways. One, we don't leave the building within the hour, meaning we got caught. Or two, we leave the building being shot at by more firepower than any one man can carry. So I'll leave the judgment call to you. If you see that that you can't get us out of there, you don't have to. Your job is to, if the opportunity does present itself and we do need help and you can't help us, that you're there to help us.
I see. So what's your probability of success on the initial op? The likelihood that we won't be useful.
He goes, by my calculations, and he ponders it for a second. He goes, I'd say about 65 to 70% chance that we succeed. He goes, you have to understand. He's like, us stealth ops. He's like, most of our missions we take upon, we go in with the mindset that if things go wrong, it's probably a one-way trip. So we never give ourselves the more credit than we're due. Because the slightest misstep can get you killed in a stealth op. But we are members of the Silent Shadow once. We're the highly most trained unit and the Covenant had for stealth operations. And even when things go sideways, we don't simply fall over.
How big's your team? Is this the kind of thing where it calls for fewer of you or calls for more? Assuming you're all equally capable.
And he turns around and he kind of raises his voice a little bit and goes, "Of course we're all equally capable." Unfortunately, other people, other members of the Shadow are occupied with other recon teams in the mission, and this has come up of such short notice. I don't have time to pull anyone else. So frankly, the more we had, the better. But what we have will do.
All right, fine then. And then freaking Oda just like fucking smacks Zoro on the back of his armor, and he's just like, go with him. Bring that 65% up to 85 at least.
All right. I
mean, this
definitely.
clearly isn't even a big deal too. By the way, like he just does that, and he's like back to loading the plasma caster, fucking checking his equipment.
Yeah, he doesn't. Zoro doesn't expect you to think that through very much. He kind of like gripes and he looks over at Fatan and he's like, well, I have been working with the Stealth Corps for the past few months, and it is among the crossguard that is my specialty. If you feel I could be of use to you, I'd be happy to join you on that front.
He's like, do you have an active camouflage unit?
I said I do.
Do you know how to move stealthily and gracefully upon the battlefield?
Like a goddamn fairy.
Then you're more than qualified, whatever a fairy is.
Well.
They don't got fairies in this universe? Bitches.
I don't know. Just find it.
Wait, no,
I find it humorous to think that this guy doesn't know what a fairy is.
I'm gonna drop a point
Fair.
in Covenant literature,
No, honestly, can I pick up Covenant literature? Can I learn about the folklore?
Yeah, sure.
I sit there and I just write like a Sangheili like bestseller.
Sangheili.
Live, laugh, love.
Here you go. Get on that English teacher.
What? What the fuck? Sangheili mythology? All right, shit. Okay, but yeah, I agree to the mission. I'll join.
Okay. So then, you guys get to the
There's
hangar.
there's like 2 paragraphs on this page.
I literally just typed Sangheili folklore and I clicked the link.
Yo, when we gonna meet fucking Jizzo Valcam?
Jizzo Valcom. He's in the final session. You know, when you... that was bad. Poor taste. Alright, anyway. I was gonna say, you know, when you guys finish.
No. It's okay. Put it away.
At the climax.
I don't want to know.
The climax.
Alright, anyway, you guys get to the hangar. He introduced you to the rest of the team. Their names are Ata, Buza, and Uzo.
Okay.
Okay. Is
It's
Uzo with an O or a U?
Uzo. So it's Uzo,
Okay.
I suppose.
A. All right. So there's A, there's B, there's U.
Yeah,
I'm officially just calling them by letters at this point.
that's fine. I don't,
And there's
I
still
don't,
time.
and honestly, neither does he expect you to remember their names. He wants us to go as smooth as possible.
Yep.
Guys, load onto the Phantom. In the hangar, you run into, what the fuck's his name? You run into Phyla, which is the leader of the Cold Embers, the people who gave you guys the massive fleet of Phantoms. And he sees you guys like, oh, how you guys been doing? Things been going well?
Things have been
Could
going.
be better.
He goes, oh. You're like, well, I guess I'm sorry to hear that. I heard things went well though on with the Fury Warriors in the island.
They did.
He goes,
Aside from the glassing.
do you
Aside
say that in character?
Mm-hmm.
He kind of he looks excited to talk to you guys, and he's raising his finger, and you say that. He's just like, oh yeah, that's right. Well, war takes sacrifice, and although they may be gone, we honor their deaths, and we try to do better for them. At least that's what Artas told me. I've been trying to learn a lot with this opportunity I've been given. He bids you guys farewell. He says, well, see you're not in the talking mood. I'll see you guys later.
Odin nods.
I also nod. I murmur little shit under my breath.
Alright. You guys load into the Phantom and you make your way over to Komodo. If you wish to ask any final questions about the mission, now is your time.
Do we have knowledge of like the layout around it?
You haven't. This operation was launched so quickly, no one really gave you. So if you would ask, if you would want to, now would be your time to ask.
Yeah, I'd ask for a map of the area
Sure.
if they have one.
Yeah, Fatan. He throws you up a hollow map. Because okay, here's the plan. Because me and Maya and the rest of our kin have been working tirelessly the last month to map out the city and what we can gather from it. Under the Arbiter and everyone else's orders, and under the Arbiter and Lat's orders, we've been told not to engage and make our presence known here, and we've been successful at that. He goes, I would imagine what we're about to do is going to change that. He goes, and he shows you a hollow map of the building. He said, here's the building. And around the building, there's like, you look at it and you're just like, there's no fucking shot, you guys, that you could ever even take the building out from the outside. Like upon like the ground, there's fucking like shade turrets at every corner, and in between there's plasma turrets, and there's like guards on constant patrol. It looks like fucking Alcatraz. Like there's no way you make it in there, guns a-blazing. So, and he says this is where we'll slip through. and he points out this one spot on the outside of the building where there's kind of like a blind spot.
Mm.
And he goes, and he stops for a second. He goes, "Wait a minute." He goes, "You don't have a grappling hook, correct?" And he looks at you, Zoro, because you're the one obviously doing this with them.
I said, no, this is a bit of a rush job. I do not.
He goes, "That's fine." Then he's like, "I myself will accompany you on the ground floor. Good to have some of the sky and some below."
Mm.
Is
I
above,
nod.
so below.
And he points and he looks at Oda and Iga and he says, he's like, "Over here to the east is a wooded area. We'll land the Phantom in a clearing and move our way through the forest until we get up to the building. He'll wait here for us to return." And he looks at you, Zoro, and he says, "This is a mobile active camouflage unit." He says, when we find the VIP, we're going to give this to her, and she's going to escape with us." Assuming that is the plan we're working with right now.
Understood.
And he goes, "Any other further questions? Any further questions?"
Did he already explain the like? Is there a significance to who the matriarch is?
He has no. This is literally something they've been looking into for the last couple of weeks, and he's like, and like the amount of effort being put into the guarding of this building, and like the difference between the rest of the city and whatever other intel him and his team and the rest of the Risen Whispers have gathered. He thinks that this person alone is like so like. There's a reason they're trying to protect this person so much. And he says, and his thought process is, well, I mean, if you want, you can ask him his thought process. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna ask. I understand the amount of protection around this person called the matriarch would lead us to believe their significance, but how are you certain that her significance would align with the war itself?
Oda's gonna add on to that and say, given that I essentially have the same question. Given that Vorkum's very clearly willing to misuse his resources. I mean, he has a common theme of not communicating with his men. He threw an entire ship at us to destroy a city and send a message. Who's to say that this person isn't important to him for a reason that's entirely arbitrary?
Who's to say that you're the one that you assume that he misallocates his assets? He said, "I don't." He obviously doesn't know you personally. He's like, "I don't know what you know about Vorkum. The man's a tactician genius. That he didn't simply throw away a super carrier for no good reason. Think about it. If he had managed to hit all of our leadership, where would we be? One starship and his new armada that he's just recently acquired would be to take out a leadership. If he had succeeded, would have won him the war right then and there." It's like, do not confuse his arrogance with stupidity. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Oda puts his hands up and he goes back to loading his plasma caster.
He says, "The way I look at it, one of two ways. One, if the mission's success and my hunch is correct, we've just turned this tide of the battle and made it quicker than it needs to be. And if I'm wrong, what's 4 dead Silent Shadow members and a battle of attrition?" He's like, without us, the invasion goes on, and nothing changes all too much. He's like, the risk is worth it for the rest of our troops.
All right. I just nod. I don't really indicate whether or not I agree with him. I acknowledge his reasoning.
He goes, "If there's no further questions, we should be landing soon." So,
all right.
You guys land about 15 minutes later. It takes about an hour to get across hop across the pond, as they say over there in England. Across the pond. And as said, you guys fly in with the cloaked Phantom, and They drop you in a clearing about a mile east of the building in question, and you guys make your way there. And get there. It doesn't take very long. If you could run like a 6-minute mile, you guys run like a 3-minute mile. You know, you're pretty quick.
Yeah.
You get there. He gives everyone He goes. Everybody know their assignments. He said that to his team. They all nod. He looks at you guys. He said, "You three know your assignments."
A nod.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And they cloak. They
I
all
cloak.
cloak. You cloak, and you guys go in. So you guys go in towards that blind spot that he talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And
With Sandra Bullock.
yeah. And the other three members of the Silent Shadow, you quickly hear a thwipping noise, and you see them and their IFF tags pop off your radar. That's how you see friendlies, by the way. Even when they're invisible, everyone has like an IFF tag. It just shows.
No, I was just reading about that in the rule book. It's funny that you bring that up now.
And he looks at you. And he says, "All right, we've got three options. There's an entrance to the north side of the building, the south side of the building, and the right side and the east side of the building, and there's windows all around. There's a patrol right in front of you guys that's like walking past. He says we're gonna follow the patrol for choosing our choice of picking. He goes, do you have any favorites?"
Dude, I look around and I say you know the area and the layout better than I. I say outside of on the fly judgments where my experience may be necessary, I'm going to leave some of these major decisions to you.
Says very well.
I don't like this guy.
Very well, then the north side it is. It's the closest part to you guys.
Mm.
So you wait for the patrols to pass. You have your one open spot, and you just slip in through the front, or not the front door, but in this case it's the back door.
Right.
The north side of the building. You find yourself. Oh, give me 1 second. Find yourself here in this waiting area of this building.
Mm.
I clicked reveal areas. It's like broken because I'm clicking reveal areas and it's giving me hide areas.
Yeah, bro.
Anyway, I control Control Z, and instead of taking away the fog, it took away this one spot I forgot to get rid of. There you go. Alright, find yourself in this waiting area.
Okay.
And he goes to you. Well, he would have said this. It was kind of like in your debrief. My fault, didn't really say it good enough. He doesn't have really a layout of the inside of the building. It's something they haven't managed to get. But this is what you are looking upon. Right now in this waiting area. And he says to you, let's move out through this building. And for the sake of player control, you choose where to go, but he's making the calls.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you can pull yourself out there, yeah.
Okay. So all the way at the end is like a further hallway.
So this is a further hallway. This is a doorway to your right, and this is something to note that you notice as you go in, Alex, that this is some sort of government official building.
I see. Boy, do I wish that I could calm Oda and Ego without this motherfucker hearing me. I'd be like, bro, I don't know what's going on over here. All right, so we're
I
in
thought
here.
you could. My bad.
You're such a fucking asshole, dude.
Bro,
That's why
I
I
just
didn't say
assumed.
anything.
I just figured.
All right. I go over. I want to check the windows.
Okay. You look outside and you just see the normal patrols. No one is any the wiser
Okay.
from that you guys
This
came
door, this door to the side heads back outside.
You don't know.
Or-
Well, not
Oh, I don't know.
presumably. I mean, you walked in. Like this is you're against the wall right now, going outside. So
Okay,
I mean, that'd be a
gotcha.
little bit. That'd be like if you walked into your house into the living room, then there was a door that just went. Well, actually, that happens sometimes. But you know what I mean. It's another. It's a room. It's a big ass square building.
I getcha. Well, now I wonder. If this is a waiting room area. Is it behind the door, or is it further down the hallways where the offices would be? You know, this important shit. I make the call to go further down the hallway.
Okay. So as you head your way down the hallway, outside of the corner of your eye, I shouldn't say outside of the corner of your eye, I should say further down the hallway, around the corner,
Mm-hmm.
you see two grunts popping their heads out. And these grunts are decorated in Rekshili ornates, but doesn't necessarily make them any stronger. All members of the Crashing Waves have some sort of ornate. Doesn't mean they're like any higher rank.
Right.
But these are clearly members of Vorkum's army.
All right. I mean, I does did the other guy see it
Yeah.
as well? All right.
He looks back and he said, before we engage, he said, let's check down, because as you come, I'm not sure if you can see the map, but there's another hallway right here. He said, let us check down this hallway real quick before we engage.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna say I'm gonna hold point at the corner of the hallway while he sweeps further down.
Just so you know, they're coming your way, these guys. But yes, you are active camouflage, so let's
Yeah, I'm at.
roll stealth.
Yep.
Alright, good. How far where do you move? You said you moved here?
Yeah, I'm gonna move to like inside the hallway, like right at this corner. So I'll be peering around the edge to look at them.
Okay, that's fine.
Like right here. Yeah.
Alright, so as you come down the corner, you see another squad of grunts, but heading away from you.
Okay.
And let me give this guy a token.
Michael, what happened to your pillowcase?
What? I don't know.
There's more grunts. Where there are grunts.
There are higher level covenant.
yes, there are. And these look like some pretty flashy grunts. So there's gonna
Yeah.
be some pretty flashy cove.
Maybe you should have hung with us.
You're such a fucking dickhead. I purposely said Zoro doesn't say anything to that prompt.
Yeah, you didn't purposely say Zoro declines?
Because he didn't know. That's not your place to volunteer me, you motherfucker.
No! You can... Shit.
You know I'm right. Oh my god.
Don't worry, I
Oh,
wouldn't have
shit.
made
Don't
you
make fun of
fucking
my
go on
laugh,
this
Caleb.
mission.
Fuck you.
I would have made.
Oh,
you
I
do
trust
something
you. It just doesn't change the fact that Oda's a dickhead.
else. Okay, fair enough. Either way, yeah, you see them heading away from you, and then this guy's on this side of the hallway, checking it out, and he says, "All right, when they get to the end of their corner, they should be right by us. We strike together."
Alright. Yeah, alright. Oh, I'm gonna move on his point.
All right. So you stand right here, waiting around that corner, and he
Yes.
shimmies his way to this side of the hallway. And
Let's
they
go.
get to this, they get further down the hallway, where they almost break sight. So they're like heading around the corner, and then these guys walk in between you.
Alright. I mean, I gotta do it to him. I'm gonna. And, oh, dude. just a full round energy swords.
Yeah.
This guy is gonna get popped. Yeah, I mean 5 hits of this energy sword. 2. 2, 3, 4. All right.
All right. You both swiftly and quickly kill the grunt.
Thick.
All right. He signals to you, and grab the body, and he moves into this room over here.
All right. Follow suit.
And like as this guy's moving, might I add, like this guy is like graceful as fuck. Like
Oh, yeah.
every
I would
movement he
imagine.
makes is with purpose, and it's just like what the fuck.
Hmm.
All right, he brings him in here and he shoves him in the corner.
Okay. Yeah, I do the same.
So he does that. He quickly opens the door, throws him in the corner, and then makes a quick look outside, and just to make sure you haven't been had, and you don't. And at that moment, you hear a voice in over the radio, and it's the other members of the team. And he goes, we have something reported, and he says, go ahead. And they said, 3 jackal snipers taken down on the roof. There's a ceiling light in the middle. He said, and we see the VIP. She's in the center of the building. And he says, around her, on a balcony, are 4 Rekshili guards. He says, we have 3 of them. He said, if you could find he said, I see a door on each side of the balcony. If you could find the stairs to get there to take out the 4th, then we could take them out in one foul swoop without her being in danger.
Mm.
He says, Roger that. And he
Yeah.
looks at you and he says, we have our mission. He says, we gotta find those stairs.
Understood. All right.
Alright. Peeks his head back out the door and I give control back to you.
Okay.
So, since you're standing right there, let me give you a vision of this hallway. Since you're standing right in front of.
See. Yeah, let's try and move down this hallway. I'm gonna peer into this room. Down there.
Which room? Ping it?
This one.
Okay. So, you head down the hallway. As of right now, you see no contact, and you open the door. Roll a camouflage check for the door opening.
Damn.
Alright.
At my time of need.
You roll the camouflage check, and you do fail, but you look inside, and you don't see anyone. It just seems to be some sort of storage room. You see food in here. Not that like they've been stockpiling food in here, but clearly you could tell somewhere on campus is a cafeteria. They have like food here and like chairs and whatnot.
Okay. Is further down this way? Is that the end of the hallway?
Yes, but there is a door at the end of it. Sorry.
Oh, I see. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that one out. And I would make a point to peer out the window as I walk past as well.
Okay, make a perception check. Make me 2 perception checks, actually.
Sure. Visual perception?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Okay. That first perception check is as you go to look out the window, out of the corner of your eye, you see I fucking hate this goddamn tool. Dude, I just clicked and reveal areas, not hide areas. You see the patrol coming back around, the same patrol you saw down the other hallway.
Oh. Okay.
So let me have him make a perception check. Alright, I need you to make another camouflage check.
Another camo. Okay.
Alright.
Oh. Yep.
Alright, they don't seem to notice you. So
Sick.
he quickly looks at you, and he just signals to just fucking move in on these two.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, second verse, same as the first.
Yes.
Time to pull up.
Move up to them, and then do a, because you have to do this so quick, do a half action's worth.
Yeah. All right. I will energy sword. Half action, I think. Is what? Half action with hand basic. That's 5. Oh. Oh, a full action is 10. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Oh.
Modern Army Combative?
I have hand basic.
Yeah, with hand. Yeah, with hand
They both
basic.
cap out the same.
Oh.
Modern Army Combative and hand basic, according to the rulebook at least.
You have 70 in your melee modifier?
I do.
Oh, shit.
Me too.
Well, that makes sense for you. You, I figured. I didn't know Alex did.
No, yeah. Like he's just more specialized in offense than me because he's supposed to not get it.
There's a chance he dodges some of these.
Yeah, they're pretty low.
Yeah, Modern Army Combative has more of an effect at the lower levels of Warfare Melee. Once you hit 7 or higher, it's pretty much the same thing. The main thing that Modern Army Combative does is it gives you access to the advanced melee table, which is really cool, by the way. Look at it. And
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, and the plus 10 to hit, just huge. Fucking. But.
All right. Either way, he doesn't dodge any of them. Him and your buddy take him out.
Sick.
And he grabs it and just fucking, in one fell swoop, before he even hits the ground, grabs the corpse and just fucking moves back up to the cafeteria storage room and throws the corpse in there.
All right. I do the same. Though not, I suppose not as gracefully.
I mean, no. Roll a, what did you roll? Roll me an athletics check.
Athletics. All right.
Yeah,
Terrible.
I'd say you keep up, not as not as fucking swift as this guy, but like you just spent like the last 2 to 3 weeks doing some stealth training. You're starting to get the hang of this. You catch him, you in the same way kind of follow right behind him with it.
Yeah.
All right, and once again I hand the control back to you.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep moving down. I still want to check this door all the way at the end of the hallway.
Okay. Roll camouflage.
What are with like the 48s and 49s that I keep rolling? Like I keep getting on the cusp of being bad, and it's like, all right, no,
Right?
nah, we'll
Hate
you be
when
okay.
that happens.
All right,
Close.
Close, but no cigar. All right, you check it though, and it seems to be empty.
All right.
This room is some sort of work office. You're not too familiar with work environments. You're a man of you're the man of the blade, or whatever the hell you call a fucking army person. That sounds cool. It's just 3 desks in here, so you don't really know what it's for. But there's like 3 desks in here.
Yeah.
I like sessions like this where I could just watch someone else have their life at risk. This is so interesting,
Kill
actually.
yourself. Okay. Damn. So like, nothing of note. Okay, so I guess we've pretty much figured out that this is like one big cohesive hallway. If the guys that were moving its way down, we met.
Yeah. As you walk by past, you would take a. Dude, this fucking tool is broken. You notice this as you walk down. So yeah, they connect.
Okay. It's better. All right.
Music goes hard. Turning it up.
No.
Well, I'm actually about to turn it up.
Oh shit. Ah!
And there's nothing of note in like this room as
I
far
mean,
as we've seen.
If you could check the desks, but of what you see just off the cup, no.
Okay. It's not really. Yeah, not really a point to check the desk. I feel like we're looking for this staircase. I mean, unless there was a map anywhere, but I don't think there would be. I guess I'll move back up the hallway, but I'll go like this pathway back up.
Okay. So you get right there, and then you can see the rest of the hallway going downwards.
Let's
And
see.
down this hallway, if I can finally look at it, you see one grunt.
All right. I say to the other guy, I say, same procedure as before. Want to approach him, or do you want to wait for him to make his way up here?
He says, "Position yourself here," and he says, "Let them pass." He says,
Well,
if we let too many patrols go missing, people are gonna start wondering why no one's checking in."
Fair point. I do what he says.
So the grunt makes his way there, and the second grunt pops out, and they just kind of mosey their way on up the hallway. I'll make a camouflage check. Oh, and since you're positioning yourself there, you see another hallway, but this doorway is some sort of big ornate door.
Oh, fancy. All right. Oop. Fucking kidding. 97. What do you mean? Why is my camo suit the shit that Tony Stark built in Afghanistan?
You know, they come up through your hallway, and they stop for a second, and then and then they're just like, okay, whatever, and then they move their way back down this hallway.
Alright. Well, big ornate door obviously catches my eye, but we are looking for stairs. He looks at you and he says, judging by the purpose of the general purpose of what this building seems to be for, and the position of that room, I have a feeling that's the room where they're holding her. Is this the place that the rest of your team wants us to enter through, though?
He goes, we're looking for a stair, for a set of stairs. He goes, presumably this would get us on her level, not the balcony level that we want to be on.
Alright, well, then I'll check this first room instead then. I won't go towards that door.
Okay. One thing I did forget to say is, like, I would assume this is some sort of court building.
Okay.
Roll camouflage check.
You fucking kidding?
Crazy.
Oh, this
Well,
this game.
either way,
94.
you look at it and there's no
Tech
one in there.
W.
But what you do find
Whatever.
is the stairs.
Great. Found the stairs. Let's get inside.
Okay.
Keep moving. Oh wait.
One thing before you go,
Yeah.
you are allowed to continue to explore this area. This isn't. He wouldn't just immediately cut you off. Like here would be like, all right, let's go. He'd be like, if you like gave him solid input, it'd be like, hey, listen, I have reason to believe, for whatever reason, that there's a better route around or something else you want to look for. You could, but if you want to go up the stairs, this is the plan. So he's not gonna say no.
I do want to look at other things, but I don't have a rationalization. The only reason I would want to look at other things is for my own purposes.
I mean, hey man, he's a stealth op who goes on missions that didn't exist. He would understand if anyone.
That's fair. I say, I'd like to do just one brief run back through, the building, or to the room, right over here in this hall, as well as check out this lower room. I'm currently on a mission, partially instructed by Thel, to investigate how the UNSC and a branch of the UNSC known as ONI has been donating
shit.
weaponry and supplies to both sides of this war. I understand that we're on this mission for your utmost importance, but I also feel that this information is of relevant importance as well.
At the mention of Oni, he like fucking stops and fucking freezes in place, and like he just looks at his hands. And he goes.
Too much.
He just looks at his hands, and he just says. He just like mutters Oni out of his mouth. It's like the amount of their blood I've spilled. He's like the flashbacks.
Just the music, it's the perfect moment.
They won't leave me alone.
Don't. Come on, man.
He
Don't
goes
tell
on,
Phil Hart
he says
right now.
he says stay. He says he like snaps out of it. And like you see, he's like fucking pale white. He just fucking like, oh my fucking god! Like you just gave him some sort of fucking PTSD attack. And he says, "I understand. I'll wait here for you." He didn't say anything else.
Sick. Okay. Then yeah, I make my way out, and I am gonna go check this room first.
Which one? Ping it.
Bottom room, right here.
Okay. Make a camouflage check.
Of course.
I will reveal just this. I hate this fucking tool. I hate this fucking tool.
Thank God. I thought that said -3 for a second. I was gonna lose my fucking mind.
Okay. So you open the room, and inside is just a there's no one in there, but a fucking massive collection of those same data terminals you saw back in Gorgon City.
This is what we wanted. Absolutely. All right, so I'm immediately going in investigation mode. I'm looking around at these data terminals. I'm looking for similar things as I was looking for before. So any relevance that shows the UNSC, ONI, package deliveries, delivery drops, things like that.
Okay, so roll me. Hold on. You're all going to have to roll a technology check, but this isn't encrypted, and it's a fairly trivial system you can work around. Roll
Okay.
it at plus 50.
Sick. Hey.
All right. So you find, and you realize once you get in that these aren't, labeled, Gorgon City, not Gorgon City, like Karak City or anything like that. They're labeled, they're Storm. They're labeled under the store. Like, and under it you see notes and dossiers for communications between Oni. You can't read; they're like blacked out, but like you can read file names. And,
Right.
Like, it just says like owner Storm is like sender, and it says Oni. And
CC'd him.
yeah, it's CC'd in the email. And you have date, and you can see dates. You don't know what they say, but you know that somehow, some way, there's communication there. But the
Let's
dates
go.
are like years old. They're like 2-3
That-
years old at this point.
Gotcha. All right. This is great. Okay, so I keep this data. I will say before leaving this room, am I able to comm to Oda and Iga on a private line?
Yes.
Okay. I do that, and I say crossguard. This is Zoro. Do you copy?
Fucking. Oda, wherever we are, Oda just looks at Ego like, what the fuck? Yes. That thing's going all right. Do you need us? Do you need help?
I say, well, this is for an update. For starters, we have found the entry point. I assume you guys heard the radio call before as well. So I say,
Yeah.
we found the stairs as well as the main entrance into where this matriarch is being held. The status of this building seems very much akin to that of a courtroom, which everything about the matriarch and why she's being kept here has not added up to me. But the fact that not only do they not know the grounds of this place, but also seemingly the purpose of this building was not pointed out, leaves me a bit worried. I would stay on your toes that things will most likely get bad, whether or not we defeat these enemies.
All right.
For good news, however, I did find some very poignant information regarding that Oni case. I'll be collecting a bit more before we move on with the major operation. It seems our friends here have a bit of history with Oni, and I mean quite a traumatic one.
Traumatic.
Yes, he looked quite shaken when I brought up their name, and seemed to almost lose himself for a short bit. I worry I'm not going to bring up this investigation around them further. This confirms some of my suspicions that they're a bit unhinged. Again, like I said, just be prepared for things to go bad, whether or not we kill the guards in this room.
All right then. Keep us updated.
Will do. And with that, I sign off.
Ego looks at him. He's like, "Fucking what?"
And then with that, I would peer my head out the
Okay.
door to check the status of the hallway.
Okay, Flash.
Gotcha.
Roll investigation.
Man.
Alright. You don't really catch anything. Well, you peek your head outside, and you don't catch anything.
Okay.
And
Alright.
obviously, I don't need to, like, gray out the areas you can't see anymore, right? Like, you get the picture?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I mean, then I'll move out, and then I want to make my way over to this room briefly. I want to check the desks briefly, and then make my way right back to the stairs.
Okay. As you come around this corner, you notice that the grunt patrol is. I'm just gonna leave them here in the hallway, but they're not here anymore.
Okay, they're not here anymore.
Yeah, they're not in this. Like, they crossed this hallway and then you lost them, and they're not here anymore. Like, you don't see them in this hallway.
Alright, well, bitchin'. I'm gonna move down.
All right, you can go back inside the room. If you want. I assume you stealthily enter the room, or you just
Yeah.
gotta go in. Yeah. I'm not gonna waste your time. There's no one in there.
Alright, yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna want to check through the desks for similar things, any notable documents or things that would catch my eye, either relating to Oni or if the matriarch case, I suppose, anything that would be relevant.
So give me a second.
No problem.
Sorry, I was getting myself some city. Real quick, before I go any further with this, what the purpose he said with the courtroom? I don't know. This isn't like a case. Like he's just.
No, I don't mean the case, but I just mean like any
Oh,
information
any
about.
information in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say like this is like she isn't being held in contempt of court. You know, she's just being.
No, no.
Okay. Or maybe she's
Just a
not.
fucking Phoenix, right?
Yeah. But yeah. You look through the desk and it's clear at this point, once you rummage through them a little bit, that this is just some sort of room that was left for secretaries. Like there's just staplers and pencils and some notes on like what the agenda is for the day. You find another shopping list, and again on that shopping list you find some Sanghelios.
These hungry bastards.
Bro,
Are there no
fucking-
competitors? It's just
I was
we live
gonna
in a
say,
world
the-
of Honey Bunches of
fucking-
Oats just dominates the market.
The fucking Sangheilios, fucking manufacturers are the real winners of this
Yeah,
war,
right.
man.
Nestle is on reach. Fucking like holy
Quick
shit.
as on reach. I mean,
Gee.
of what you've seen, everybody just likes Sanghelios. It tastes really good. There are
That's
other
crazy.
Fair enough.
competitors, but nobody likes
Yeah,
them.
once we defeat the storm, the next enemy is the oligarchy. Holy shit.
All right.
Alright,
Well, with that, yeah, I dip out and I head back towards the stairs.
Okay. So you walk into the room, and he seems to have collected himself at this point, and he raises himself and says, "Did you find what you were looking for?"
Said yes. I think data relevant enough to be an additional win to this mission after we secure the matriarch.
Sure. So you guys make your way up the stairs, presumably. Unless you do something else.
Nope.
And he peeks his head out, looks upon the room, and he says, he looks at you. He says, "Are you ready?"
Ready as I'll ever be.
And he radios to his team. He says, "I'm in position," and they all respond yes. And he says, "All right, I've got the one to the south. You three take care of the rest." And he looks at you and he says, "Get ready. We're gonna go in together on this one."
Yes, sir.
So,
Alright.
fucking like engage music plays like, and he like fucking flings the door open, and you and him charge. Let me show you the room real quick. Okay, give me a reveal. Nice. Okay. You open the room, and he flies into the room, you in tow, and like from the ceiling, the glass shatters, and you just see the IFF tags of your squad mates, and they just
The
collapse
shatter
on
the
these
glass
fucking,
ceiling?
on these other three dudes, and it's
Gotcha.
and you guys like you don't have to roll. These guys aren't prepared. Like you guys cutscene these guys.
Hell yeah.
And you look down into the room, and what you can see is this isn't like she's not like chained up or like handcuffed. It's kind of like a room of comfort. Not like like the nice jail cells where it's like, damn bro, how the fuck you got this in jail? You got a couch, you got
Yeah.
a TV, like that sort of ordeal. Like clearly
She's sitting there writing Mein Kampf.
Yeah. She's got like a nice fucking like containment. We'll call it a containment cell. It's not even a prison cell, but she's clearly being kept here. And she looks up at you. Oh, she looks up, and she sees nothing. But she doesn't seem rattled by the events that just occurred. She's kind of looking up like, what the fuck?
Okay.
At this point, the the other 4 would decloak, and they look at her. Do you decloak, or do you stay cloaked?
No, I stay cloaked.
Okay. They look. He looks down at her, and he says, "Who are you? Why are they keeping you here? What significance are you to them?" And he looks up to you, and he says, she says, she goes, "Who are you?" She's like, "Were you sent by Zor?" And they look in confusion. They said, "Zor?" He says, "We are members of the Risen Whispers. We've been deployed here. We've been reconning this location for the past couple of weeks, and we got word of some sort of VIP that was being kept here. I presume that is you." She looks up, she's like, "Well, you would presume, right?" It's like, "I've been here for months, ever since Vorkum and his Reksheeli buffoons have taken hold of this place." She says, "You here to get me out, or are you here to stand there?"
Shit.
And he hops down off the balcony. He says, "Yes." He goes, "And what significance are you to them?" And as he hands her the active camouflage unit, she says, "I'm surprised." I said, "What other elite do you know by the name Zor?" And she takes it out of his hand, and he's like, and he thinks for a second. He goes, "You couldn't be." And she goes, "Now you're using your brain." She's like, "The wife of Zor Zavum." And that name would click in your head, Alex. No,
And would it?
Yes, it would click very hard. Well, it would click in all your heads, but you're the only one here to hear it. He is the leader of the Unbreakable Swords.
I see.
Oh shit.
And this is wife?
This is his wife.
Oh. Damn. All right.
I didn't know they got married. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, no, but no. Actually, no. Yeah, they do.
Oh no, I'm just saying, it's cool. Fucking.
Yeah. If you wouldn't like to know how elite culture works, real quick, as far as like getting married goes, you get married, and you have like your wife, but the child you raise is not of your blood. So how it works is, because of the covenant and the Sangheili culture combination, being dishonorable in nature is something that is highly frowned upon. So frowned upon that your own kin would be shamed by it for generations to come. So to prevent that, if you were to do something dishonorable and like kind of break like the ethics and morals of like elite culture, you take on there's like a breeding ground, and like you take on a different child of like not your own blood, and then like that's your child, just so that like the child, so like if someone is the birth father, someone who was dishonored, they aren't looked down upon and like scrutinized just for being blood related to someone else.
Yeah. Okay. That's crazy.
But there are other things that you would have to ask about for as far as like their culture goes, the Unbreakable Swords, stuff you wouldn't really know about. But you do know, well, at least now you know, that they do get married like everyone else does.
And real quick, can you give me like a rundown on the Unbreakable Swords again, real quick, like just a quick like TLDR?
You have a dossier. You can read.
Oh, it's actually there. I just checked everything. I didn't see them. Wait, where is it?
The Unbreakable Swords, leader Zor Zavum.
Elite relations, bro.
Oh, but they're not. Oh, so they're people so they're not actually in most of NPCs. Okay, gotcha. Because we haven't okay, makes sense.
Right, but
Yeah, okay.
I did mention that they told you about.
Yeah.
Is that as of the last week, their ranks have been getting put into.
Yeah.
The rest of their.
Yeah, these guys. Okay, yeah, just making sure.
I will not bring up the fact that the reason why we weren't here weeks ago was because of me. I chose to go to the other island.
We
And
just
said, "They'll
finished
be fine." I said, "They'll be fine." And
Yeah,
and,
yeah, that was when we argued about it for 2 hours into the night. Yeah, I remember
yeah,
that.
I was just like, dude, it
Holy
makes sense to go this way. And you're like, fine. And here we are. His wife is still alive, which is surprising enough.
Yeah, who knows what
Alright.
they've done to her?
I will
But go
say
on.
because
I'm sure she's fine.
I remember vividly pushing you, like hinting Alex, because I was just sitting there and Jamel arguing, and I'm literally just sitting there. I'm like, if they don't go now, they lose the island.
Yeah, yeah. Fair.
What, in the side of mine or Jamel?
Yeah, like if we did what I wanted to do, everything we just did wouldn't have been able to happen. We'd have lost the island.
Oh yeah.
I am curious though as to like, yeah, whatever. Go on. I'll talk about this stuff later.
Do ask me though. I am curious if this is unless it's something you think is gonna be a long answer.
Like, if we lost the island automatically, because we didn't go. I mean, obviously you didn't play the whole campaign at once, no shit. But if we went here, then we automatically took the whole island. I mean, the whole reason this invasion's even happening is because we went to the island. I'm like, what did we have if we didn't go? Like,
Well, the whole thing was in that like elite relations document. Like I said, was like they're losing, and then like you guys like continuously didn't go to that island. And you're like, we're gonna do the Rise of Titans first. I was like, okay. Then we're gonna do the Risen Whispers. All right. Well, then we're gonna do the whatever the fuck the other ones are called. I'm like, guys, they're losing the war down there.
well, yeah, we're fucking grunts. Fucking.
Yeah, but
You're the arbiter. You're
No,
not
yeah.
a grunt at all.
No, yeah, but I don't make like up until very recently, we didn't make calls. We went up to a dude and they said, "Hey, we need you here." So I figure that Fel, before we lose the island, would go, "Hey guys, maybe you don't need to go talk to Feeler right now. Maybe."
I didn't want to take the player choice away from you guys.
Bro, we're in the military. That's how it works.
There's no
But-
player choice.
Fucking me trying to give you
If
guys
we
player
lost that
choice.
island because Jamel Williams doesn't have the tactical acumen to fucking to make
Well,
this
listen, I
decision.
wasn't just gonna tell you no. Now the island's gone. Like,
Okay, yeah, all right, yeah.
It would have just been a lot more difficult. Like you would have had to take it back, essentially.
Nah, not yeah, but I was just curious because like the glassing, learning that thing about Vorkum which sort of springboarded our current invasion, like, all that stuff happened because we went there, and I was just wondering like, what if we didn't go? Like, what the fuck?
I
What
don't
we
even know
done?
what the fuck's going on anymore.
Yeah, I know, yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. It's just funny how D&D goes, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you were.
Yeah, I mean, I don't say anything to that, but I'm like, God damn, okay. I'm taking note. Also, I also am like lamenting to myself right now. Is like, this is what he does. Oda signs me up for something and leaves me with the bitchy women. Happen in the city, happens now. Why don't I get to give a little boy a shoulder plate? No, I gotta sit here and be the asshole. Obviously, still griping, totally invisible.
Yeah, I was gonna say, aren't you still invisible?
I'm feeling so invisible. I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, this is fucking bullshit.
Yeah. The point, I definitely am portraying this wrong, but she's not being like a bitch about it. She's being
No,
very
I-
stern.
No,
Yeah,
of
course.
I mean,
Yeah,
she's
but-
clearly
Alex knows she's not being bitchy. This is
no,
Zoro's
but
thoughts.
no, the thing I'm trying to say is she's being entitled. She's not being a bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Every female elite we meet has like Tyler Perry movie main character status, like fucking
Yeah.
single woman,
honestly.
fucking don't need
And
no man.
I keep getting treated like the first husband. You know? In a Tyler Perry movie.
And I'm the light skinned gardener.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I like to write my women with power. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey
I
man,
get- hey.
you and me both.
We all like a powerful woman.
Anyway, beyond getting past my very predictable writing, she takes the active camouflage unit and she activates it, and she follows, and well, she says lead the way. And at this point, have you decloaked it all to let her know that you're here?
Me?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't fuck. She doesn't matter if she knows that I'm here.
All right. No problem.
If I decloak around the rest of the dudes that are already decloaked, it's like you just assume that I was here.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah.
All right. And I give control back to you. Which way are you going?
We don't gotta fight these guys.
They're dead.
Oh,
you guys
I
could see
thought
them.
when we were breaking in here. Oh, I get you. That's what you meant.
Like they
I thought
crashed
you meant-
in from the roof.
Yeah.
From the
Okay.
skylight, and then You know.
When you said cutscene them, I thought at first you meant like they were just like completely caught off guard. Like, we get a whole surprise round or something. That's what I thought you meant. Not that we
No.
just like, boom. All right.
The reason I said cutscene them because between you and everybody else's stats for these guys that I made, there's no way they survive. So.
Uh.
Plus, it was cool. So.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Man, I don't know where the rest of these other two rooms are. Go. I know. I know a path that leads us right back to the outside, but fuck it. Yeah, I want to go out the decorative door. I say let's just make a beeline for the path that we know how to get out of, unless one of your men knows a better way. And I guess maybe she could ask who the fuck is talking.
Yeah,
but...
I was gonna say if she would respond. She says, "Do you have a strike team waiting outside? Who is that?" And he said, and at this moment he kind of just realizes like, where the fuck is? And he like looks up. He goes, "Why are you still up there?"
Oh, I jump down. I uncloak, and I say, well, you should know better than anyone. You always want to be in control of the situation. I look at the woman and I say, it's both my pleasure and my great apology it's taken this long. Zora Selcom of the Cross Guard, working directly under the Arbiter. A pleasure.
He goes, she goes, "Oh, the Arbiter, nice." And that's it. She's like, she acknowledges that, like, oh, she's like, you must be clearly somebody important if you're working under the Arbiter.
Hell yeah, I am.
Yeah,
Does she know who you're talking about when you say the Arbiter?
No.
No, but I'm not going to specify it. I'm not going to clarify it either.
She's like, what the fuck is this guy?
Actually, no, I said under the Arbiter. I don't work under you.
No,
I
I
still
know.
work under the guy she knows as the Arbiter.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to keep it at that. I'm not going to talk about you.
Well, either way, she says very nice, and whatever it is I just said exactly.
Yeah.
She says you must be someone pretty important to be working underneath the Arbiter.
Yeah,
she says that. You respond.
I say just an another able sword and a. Yeah, I just say just another able sword. Before returning to the point of, I think we should go down the path that we're most familiar with. Unless one of your men can provide a quicker point of return back to our team outside. I feel we should just go out this way and make our way directly back.
What the fuck is the name of this guy? I forgot the name I gave him.
All I remember was A, B, and U.
Yeah, I know.
I
I remember the other two. Fatan. I knew it started with an F. I remembered Ata, Buza, and Uzo. But
It's Phaeton, dude.
Yeah, Fatan.
It's
These are
fucking
hard
hard.
names, guys. Sorry, I had to come up with that on the spot. And then I had to Google the rest for their names. Alright, anyway. Onward. He says he agrees. And he says good point about keeping things under control. And he like acknowledges that it's a good idea. Not yeah. And onward you go.
Alright.
So
Yeah.
you continue down the hallway you came. Roll a camouflage at -10 because now you're working with someone who's clearly not skilled. This is like a group camouflage.
Yeah. Oof. Well, hold on. They get a -6. Well,
Yeah, they get
actually, I don't know.
-50.
50,
Well,
okay.
I mean, you don't know what the minus is, but that's the base.
Yeah,
bonus.
yeah.
What happened to my fucking sheet? I think I X'd it out.
I will note that right now Zoro has in one hand the the turned off version of the energy sword, in the other hand he's got like the pole, like the whole staff that turns into his fucking stave. Both turned off, and those are the two weapons that he's got in his hands right now. Just for
You don't have to keep them
continuity's
off.
sake.
They stay they are invisible when you are active cloaked.
Oh. That's not a big deal.
I don't want to
Alright.
walk in anybody.
I mean, it doesn't matter regardless, but
Yeah.
you know, just for RP purposes, if you wanted to keep it on, you could.
Plus, I can technically the stave, even when it's off, is still a weapon, so it's fine.
Yeah, true that. All right, either way, you guys make it to about here, and you see that same grunt patrol working its way back your way. And like you hear them making comments like, "Hey, have you seen Unga Boonga lately?" The other one's like, "Nah. Have you seen Rikadika?" And he's like, no.
I was just about to go with that. Bodega man.
It's Bodega Man. Christ almighty.
Oh my god.
I can't get back at that meme. I can't. Okay. So where are we in relation to these guys up here?
You would have gotten to this corner, and it wouldn't have been hard.
Okay. All right. At that point, I would refer back to Fatana. I would just say, if we're already making our way out at this point, I think we should just clear them and move. That's our quickest obstacle in trying to hope that they don't notice our tent of invisible men.
As you're saying that, you look back to say that, and then you look forward, and two of his men are already slicing their necks.
Sick. I say, where are my manners? For I'm speaking to the risen whispers.
And don't you forget it. He tosses them in this room right here.
Okay.
Or they both do, I should say. And then you guys go out the way you came in. Roll a camouflage check.
Same minus as before?
No. Oh, yes.
Okay. Damn. Exact 69. Nice.
Nice.
Whatever. I'm ready to fight.
Okay. You wait, as you did before, for your patrols to pass. And just as you are passing through the gap in their patrols, fucking motherfucker, Soxy, that's her name by the way, I forgot to say that.
Oh, hey, Soxy.
Soxy, yeah. She like kicks like a loose grenade that's just kind of out, and it like turns the head of an elite. Wow, I can't believe that.
Holy shit.
And they kind of, they come rushing over, but by the time they kind of make it over, you guys are far gone.
All right.
I just want to let you know that the only way he could have succeeded that is if he rolled a nat 1 and did.
Oh my god.
But yes, you guys are far gone, and there's clearly some sort of disgust. They're like, who made that noise? And this isn't something they're like letting go. They're like, you fucking kicked the grenade. Like, they're like, the fuck? What's going on? Something's wrong.
Yeah.
But you make it back to Oda and Iga safely.
All right. I mean, at this point, would we have uncloaked?
That's up to you. I mean, they make it back to they would have.
Yeah, so I would uncloak as well.
All right.
And greet the boys.
He says, the mission, Faiga says the mission is a success. Let's go. And you guys book it to the clearing where you were dropped off.
Oh shit.
Nice. I do take a note, and I'm not going to talk to her right now, but I do want to talk to Soxy after I don't know. Would there ever be an opportunity where I could speak to her where the Risen Whisperer are not around her?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. That's something I want to do, because I want to talk to her about Oni, but I don't want to trigger like a fucking Nom flashback and all these guys.
Whoa. The music right now sounded like the beginning to Welcome to the Black Parade for a second.
This is the Halo Wars 2. This is the Halo Wars 2 menu music.
My father took me to go fight
Halo Wars
Oni.
1 or Halo Wars 2?
Father took me to Sangheili.
I want to say Halo Wars 1. Oh wait, I can check. It is Halo Wars 1. I was right. Sorry, I had the.
But on the ship itself, I would have the data that I collected. I would have passed that around to Oda and Iga though.
Yes. So all right.
Kept you guys in the loop.
So
Yeah.
let me. So you'd pass it on to them. And on the ship, there's like a whole thing that we're gonna RP a bit. So they get in the ship. and Fatan. I can remember Fagan or Fatan.
That's the dude from Hunter x Hunter, bro.
Oh yeah, you're right. That'll be easy
Phaeton.
now. Phaeton, yeah. So
Phaeton?
Fatan says,
Yeah.
he says to me, he goes, "All right, now that we've gotten you to safety, do you mind telling me what you were doing in there?" She goes, "Well, clearly you know who I am now, and do you Oda and Iga say anything to that? Because you technically weren't filled in."
No, I feel. He's just see if he can pick up context clues based on the conversation that goes down.
Yeah.
All right. So clearly you know who I am now. He's like, "Of course." He's like, "No wonder why they called you the matriarch. We should have guessed."
Nah, I'm asking now. All right, yeah, Oda's gonna go. Who are you exactly?
She goes,
Nah,
"Well,
wait. Oda wouldn't even address her directly. He'd address the nearest guy. He'd look at the leader, like the dude who was talking, and he'd go, "Who is she exactly?"
And she looks over to you to answer for him, and she stops and pauses for a second. She's like, "Is that the Arbiter's shoulder blade?"
It's mine, yes.
I'm gonna cut in after she asks that out, and he says that. I say, I will take note that he is not the arbiter that I am referring to when I say we work under him. Thel is our leader, but Oda Tanaga is the current arbiter.
She goes. She looks over at you. She looks back over at him, and she's like, "Well, wait a second. The Arbiter. There's only one Arbiter. What are you talking about?" She's like, "You're not making any sense." She goes, "Are you the Arbiter?"
Oda sighs. This song and dance again. He's given you my name. I'm Oda Tanaga. I currently am the Arbiter. I'm the only Arbiter. Thelvadam is no longer. We work under him.
And she looks back over at you, Zoro, and she goes, "Okay, so just so I get everything straight with you three, do you work for the Arbiter, or do you work for Thel?"
We work for
Hey.
Thel.
Yeah,
I'm the Arbiter, and none of us work for any of we a team, and each of us have equal power.
Yeah, I say yes. I suppose I misspoke. I had worked under Thel for so long it was a force of habit to refer to him as the Arbiter by respect, and I assumed you would know him best by his former title. But yes, we work under Thel currently. Oda, the current Arbiter, is a fellow member of the Cross Guard, as well as, and I gesture over to my other friend, say, Iga Gantakai.
Well, she says, "Well, in that case," and she goes and shakes all three of your hands. She's like, "Pleasure to meet you, Arbiter." And like she goes and she like looks at both of you, like filling their names.
Oh, Zoro Salcom.
Iga.
Anyway, as I said,
she looks back to you, Oda, and she goes to ask you a question. She's like, "So how?" She's like, "Now's not the time. You could tell me later."
it's not the time. I assure you, it isn't. It's not the time. Who are you?
Because
Why were you here?
my name is Saxi Zavum, and now your ears perk up, both of you, Iga and Oda.
Wait, you Zora's girl? No, I'm kidding.
Damn!
What tight ass pussy you been talking about?
I can't. But yeah,
Sasu with ass? Sasu with a Honda?
Alright, Oda raises his Sangheili equivalent of eyebrows, and then he just he just says, the pleasure's mine.
She goes, "Yes, I am." She says, "I'm Zor's wife." And she goes, "And if you know anything about our culture, everybody roll. I want to see if you would know about our culture.
About unbreakable sword culture.
About unbreakable sword culture specifically."
Okay.
Hold on, I'm just looking at what check this would be. Leadership. Because nothing else really fits the agenda.
Raw leadership, or the skill, or a skill associated with it.
I don't see any skill associated with leadership that really fits the bill.
Sure. Command doesn't apply.
What about
wait, is
pilot
that
air?
Oh, then command.
What about evasion?
No, sorry. Roll
Why-
whichever is
Why
higher.
roll a
Either,
94? Oh my
roll
god.
whichever is
Oda would know.
higher. Your
You know
roll,
what?
your
Let's
roll
go-
command
let's go
or your
for
roll
it.
leadership.
Where's
Mhm.
command at?
It's one of the skills.
Bro, we're going raw fucking leadership.
Yeah, honestly, it's not better by much. But...
Jesus Christ!
Yo!
Let's fucking go!
Oda don't know shit about these guys.
So,
Let's go!
Zoro, because you've done your research.
Why do you only roll well in RP?
And read
Whatever.
the this is so fucking true. 'Cause you've
A
done
man
your
who does not let the
research-
dice define me.
So
Since
tight.
you've done your research and you've read the dossier a few times and you kind of got a feel of like other information that's been on there, you would know
yeah,
that
bro.
in Unbreakable Sword culture, women have just as much power as men, and sometimes they're even
That's-
more highly regarded than men. It's the same. Like when someone takes over the clan of the Unbreakable Swords, it's not just one; it's two. Like you get it is a pair that rules the clan.
Oh.
So it's just essentially part leadership of the clan.
Yeah. So when she does that build up and she says, "And you would know," I would kind of cut in, and I'll say this entire time, I've been acting pretty like nonchalant, going through my files, and I'll say, that essentially we're speaking to the current leader of the Unbreakable Swords.
And she looks, she's like,
God is a woman.
She looks, she's like, you've done your research.
They've got to be good for something around here.
She goes, yes. Well, I'm not technically the leader. I'm one half of our leadership. He's like, I presume. He's like, I presume we've stayed out of this war completely.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I mean,
That's
outside
not
of the dudes
bad.
they got recently, right?
Yeah, I mean that's something
Yeah.
you would.
Yeah, but like before that.
Okay. So she goes. So you would. So what do you tell her? I need to know what you said here. This is important. What you
So I'm gonna double check my facts here, but up until very recently they were not helping us.
Up until very recently, they've completely been out of this war.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, and you know, Oda's been fighting it, so you know he's a little salty.
Well, they wouldn't have gotten involved if it wasn't for Workham.
Yeah, they wanted nothing to do with the war, but you know. So she goes. So you tell her that. So what do you say then?
So what did she say first again? Like, just so I know exactly.
She said, I presume we have no part in this war.
And she's asking currently because she has no idea because she's been here. Holy shit. Okay. So Oda would say up until recently.
She goes, what do you mean?
And they've had units put in which group again?
They've been helping to occupy this city.
Like the city that we took?
No, the city you're in right now.
Oh, the city we're in right now. Okay. And so in that sense they're in the war now. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I mean, you tell her how you say how you want to say it, but yeah, they've been on no front lines as what you've seen so far, but as of recently, as reported by Lat and the Risen Whispers, they have been becoming increasing. They've shown up on the island, number one, and two, they've seen a heavy amount of them show up on the island, and they have been helping with the occupation of Karak.
Gotcha. So Oda would say some of your people helped us with securing the island, and well, some of them are here as well.
What? What island?
The island. The island. The
other
fucking.
island?
Isn't that what you just said?
No. They?
Okay.
Okay. What party?
I thought that you said that they. So they're only here on this in this place with this city.
On
Yes,
Komodo.
On Komodo, with Vorkum.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, I misunderstood what you said. Okay, I thought that you said that earlier that they had dudes put in our group.
No, they've had dudes put in Vorkum's side. So right now, as it stands, presumably you don't know the full situation, but it's you, the Risen Whispers, the Cold Embers, the Rising Titans, and the Fury Warriors on one side of the war, and the other side of the war is the Crashing Waves, the Storm Covenant, and the Unbreakable Zords, seeing that they are now helping with the occupation
Okay.
of Karak, the city you're in right
All right.
now.
Okay, then I misheard you were like way earlier. But okay. Then yeah. Then I mean he would just say that he would say that you're not neutral anymore, you're fighting for the wrong side.
And she says, we're fighting. She's like that. And she just stops and she kind of like bites her tongue. She's like, that bastard Vorkum will pay with his own blood. And she says, he's like, to give you the story of this, my side of the story and what I know. Me and Zor decided together that we wanted no part of this war. We were completely content with gaining no more because we had everything we wanted where we were. It's like the only reason to be in this war was to unite everybody under one banner, or at least that's what Thel said. We didn't want to be united. We were happy with what we had on our island, and that's why we stayed out of this war. Me and many other of our females agreed, though, that war is ugly and things do unfortunately happen. So I was sent here to watch over the civilians until the fighting was done. He's like, until Vorkum and his Rexili buffoons showed up and occupied the city. Obviously, they were no fighting force. We just they showed up and took the island. It was a predetermined rule of the war before it even began, and no one would touch Komodo. Clearly, Vorkum has gotten too big for his britchers. He's like, what? I don't know what would drive him to do this. But
Where do you?
I don't know what
Yeah,
would drive him
yeah.
to do this, but clearly he has. And because of that, I presume he strong-armed my husband into joining their side of the war, because of our culture, how important us females are to the society. Like,
You're confident that he was strong-armed.
It's like, I'm absolutely positive. She goes, with me free, we have no reason to. She's like, they were holding me hostage to force. Presumably, they were holding me hostage to force Zor and the rest of the Unbreakable Swords into being assisting him in this war. That's my I assume that's how the deal went.
Well, now that we have you back, you have no reason to.
She says, you need to get me on a line with Zor as soon as we get back to base camp.
Roger.
So, if anything else wants to be said before you get off the ship, now would be a good time to say it.
I will say that as we get closer to exiting, I say would she have like a title that I would call her by? Like a would it
No.
literally be the matriarch, or would I just call her like by her first name?
No, you could call her Soxy. The matriarch was just a code word that somebody had come up with that they were using to describe her, like being in captive. Like clearly they didn't want to call her by name to leak any kind of information, so they just gave her the title of the matriarch.
I do say Soxy ma'am, I would be happy to what's the word that I'm looking for? It's like chaperone, but it's not.
Escort?
Escort, that's it. I would be happy to escort you over to our communications system to get you to help you get in contact with your husband. There are also a few things I would be happy to speak to you about, pick your brain about, if you'd be so willing.
She stops. She says, "Absolutely, I think I'd enjoy that."
All right.
And she turns around at that moment, and she turns around. She looks at the whole fucking Silent Shadow squad. She's like, "Oh, and thanks, guys. Thanks, you owe.
Baka?
They just kind. They don't really give a shit. They don't give a shit. They're like, whatever.
I would hope they give a shit, these motherfuckers.
Missions.
Man.
No, I mean they don't give a shit that she.
Oh,
Just
man,
called them
now
an
that it's
oaf.
over. Yeah, okay,
That-
okay,
that- that
okay.
they gave her- that she called them an oaf.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't give a shit. Our mission was successful.
See, we put off the invasion a day for this shit.
All right, we'll use this map because I haven't. Even though this isn't where you guys are.
The
but
classic, dude.
I gotta
Dude,
get
this is the road for Halo. That's all it is.
the road for Halo.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Yeah, I gotta show off Jamel's artwork.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys make it back to base and you get off the Phantom and you begin to escort her. And the rest of the Silent Shadow members, fucking A, B, C, and F, they all say, great working with you. Or before you get off, I should say, they say
From
it's
the
great
village
working
hidden.
with you. They go, it was great working with you. You seem to be quick on your feet. You know what you're doing when you're behind when you're hidden in the shadows. If you get a second later, come stop by the armory. I'd like to give you something.
I say, coming from someone of your stature, that is a fine compliment. Thank you. I'll be sure to take you up on that and see you later today.
Yep. Fatan nods, and he sends you off with Soxy.
Sick. I do look at Oda and Iga. I give them the data reports, and I would say, if you're going to see Fel before if you could pass along this data, I will make sure that's also shared with the stealth corps later today as well.
All right.
Alright.
Alright, sick. And then I head off with Soxy.
First thing we'll do is get that fucking data to fucking Oda. I mean, to fucking Thel.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, since I
In case he EMP'd or something.
Imagine.
We'll do,
And it's like, no!
Oh, our only lead with solid dates. It's just like, fuck!
God fucking damn it.
We'll do Soxy first. So, you guys, get out of the hangar. You start heading down the hallway all together, and then communicate yourself one way, and Arbiter and the rest of the brass are located somewhere else, or Fel, excuse me.
I say to her, between the two of us, we should have enough clearance to get you a line, or at least get a line started towards your husband. If any issues arise, we can always contact Fel.
Sorry, Beck, I gotta pee.
Roger, Roger.
She says, "Great. It's like I'd like to talk to him. It's been some time."
Of course.
Oh man, he's definitely smoking the fucking Vorkum pack. I just wait, bro. And I'll go on.
But I say, regarding what I wanted to talk to you about, when moving through the court building we had rescued you from, I had found some data that I'd passed off to my associates. As you had discussed with Oda, the island of Komodo had been neutral up until very, very recently. Outside of no interactions between the other Sangheili factions, has Komodo had any interactions with the humans in the UNSC?
She says, "The humans? No. What does humanity have to do with any of this?"
Oh god.
I will not tell her about the file I found, but I will, or I won't tell her specifics, but I will say, a mission that I and Fel and a number of others have been carrying out alongside this war, as we've noticed that the UNSC has dipped their hands into both sides of this war, supplying weapons as well as other general supplies to both the Sword as well as the Storm. The Storm particularly being associated with a group called, and this one I would kind of like do the classic like looking around, say under my breath a little bit, like an organization called Oni.
She's like, "Oni." She's like, "I'm unfamiliar with the group, but what are they? They're human?
Yes, they seem to be a sect of the UNSC. The portion of them that does the dirty work, the things in the dark, to get results, no matter what. Whether or not they're interacting with the main branches of the UNSC or acting is one of the many things we're still trying to answer.
She's like, I don't really know, but I'll bring it up to Zor once I get face to face with him. He's like, she's like, I'll get you that info, if he has any, Zoro.
I nod and I say, thank you, ma'am. I greatly appreciate that.
She says, right, let's get to that communication hub. And you guys
Alright.
kind of continue down the hallway, and you kind of like right around the corner. You finish that conversation, show her the way, and she gets on the phone.
Alright.
She says, she's like, she's like, let me talk to him real quick and get an update, and then after we kind of figure out what's going on, I'd like some privacy with my husband.
I say, of course. Once you're on the line, I will be leaving to attend to a few other duties, and I will make sure that I have some men come around here to escort you to a place that you can rest.
Okay, so you're leaving as soon as she gets on the line with him, basically.
Yeah, once she's on the line, I'll give her the privacy. I'm gonna dip, and then I'll do just as I said. I would alert someone beneath me, and be like, "Hey, this is the wife of," like make sure that she is attended to and protected.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You don't want to listen in on the first part of the conversation. Like she was basically like inviting you, like, "Hey, let's see what the fuck his
okay.
situation is."
Oh, I
Yeah,
got
I was gonna say, yeah, you were very chivalrous, but please hang around for at
No,
least.
I thought that I misunderstood. Yeah, absolutely. I'll sit in for the first part, and then once they gotta talk about their own stuff, I'll dip.
Right. Okay. So you walk into the communications hub, and you walk in, a couple heads turn, and you kind of like they know you at this point. You were in and out a lot of the I guess the FOB and Gorgon City, that like town hall you guys took. So you're familiar with a few of their faces, a few of their names. They kind of, a couple heads turn. They're like, "Oh, what's up, Zoro?"
And I say, I have an important line that we need to set up. What is her last name?
Her last name?
Let me look back at Elite Relations. Zavum.
Zavum.
Yeah, so I say, this is Soxy Zavum. Wife of Zor Zavum. And she would like a means of communicating with her husband as quickly as possible.
Like, a couple of them look at you like, Zor Zavum, and then like one guy in the back pops is like, "Of the Unbreakable Swords?"
And I say, yes, random citizen. Well, yes, of the Unbreakable Swords. Hence why we need to be of haste in getting her in contact.
He stops right there and he goes, "Normally I wouldn't have a problem giving this to you, but I feel like this is something I want to run past Thel first real quick." And he goes, "No disrespect, miss. I just want to, and he's like, and she just kind of looks at him in the equivalent of like raising her eyebrow. And she's like, "I'm just," and he like turns his head, like, Thel, I have someone here who would like to get direct communication with the Unbreakable Sword, Zor." And then you hear like over the phone, like blah 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 blah, blah, like you like mutters, and then he's like, and he goes, "Yeah, Soxy Zavum," and he's like, and it goes, you hear silence for a second, and he's just like, "What?" And then like the phone gets him, was like, "He'll be right here," he says. So you guys would be on the way into, kind of like just be turning the corner to the like planning room, and like as you're turning the corner, like Thel is like walking out, and like you guys are walking next to each other. He walks right in between you, like just walking so quick he didn't get to like see you. Just like and he bumps you. He's like, oh, and he's like,
don't drop the data.
No, it's not. It's
No,
not,
I
it's
don't
not-
know. I'm just I'm playing.
Yeah.
It's like he bumps into me like.
Can you imagine? Oh, the data broke.
Oh damn, you broke it.
Yeah.
Roll an athletics
Yeah,
check. You fall on your head. Your helmet cracks. The files are gone.
Yeah,
he
no,
looks
but,
through and he goes, and he opens his mouth to be like, "What?" And he goes, he just
Follow
keeps
me.
going. He waves you to follow him.
Follow.
Yeah.
So
So-
go to wait.
About a minute goes by, and Thel walks into the communications hub. He's like, and he looks at her and he goes, "Sakshi Zavam," and she goes, "Yup, that's me." And she goes, "Well, unexpected meeting you here. I hope you're all right." She
Oh, they
goes,
used to date.
"No, thanks to your cross guard and that other group, that other squad of Silent Shadow." He goes, "Well, good." And she's like, "Listen, I'm trying to get online with my husband." And he goes, "Yes, of course." And he nods to the guy who called him in. She's like, "All right." And about 15-20 minutes goes by. This isn't like you just have like his phone on the line. He's like, you gotta
Yes,
like
you
call
go to a
reception,
list.
go
Yeah.
through a couple things, and finally
Yeah.
he gets her on the line, or get him on the line. And he like puts his motherfucker on speaker. He's like, "Hey," and she goes, "Hello," and Zora answers back, and he goes, "Hello." He goes, and he goes, "Arbiter, I thought I told you I wanted no part of this war." And she says something, and she says something like close in like Sangheili that doesn't directly translate, but that would mean like it is like your love or something like that. That like he would recognize it. He like stops her and goes, "Soxy," and she goes, "Yes, it's me." She goes, How are you talking to me right now? What happened?" She goes, "I'm fine. The cross guard managed to save me. I'm sorry. The swords of Sanghelios and their specialized squad, the cross guard, managed to save me." He's like, from the clutches. "And what did you manage to do?" He's like, "I couldn't. He had." She's like, yeah, that's not really much excuse." She goes, "What are you doing helping Vorkum?" It's like, "I told you." He's like, we both agreed we wanted no part of this war." He's like, "I didn't." He's like, "These weren't the terms we agreed to when he first took over the island." She's like, "Well, you're gonna need to explain yourself right now. Listen. When Vorkum and the Crashing Waves took control of Komodo, you and I both know that wasn't supposed to happen. How could I have predicted he'd break that rule that was predetermined amongst all of us? And he had you, and he took you hostage, and he told me he was holding you, and it didn't sound good. And under our first terms, it was, you will remain out of this war. You will." He's like, and I told him I already wanted that, so there was no need to continue this. He's like, "Yeah, but I wanted to kind of ensure that you stay out of this war. And under those terms, I know you, I know you're strong, I know you could be held. And I figured he wasn't doing anything bad to you, and I was assured of that, and it was part of our deal, that nothing would happen to you, and you would be treated fairly. You were treated fairly, right?" And she says, "Well, it's been about a month since I've seen the sunlight outside of a glass ceiling, but yes, they fed me, and haven't done anything to harm me." He goes,
Dude, Oda's in the back, and he's just standing next to Iga, and he just looks to Iga, and he's like, "Vorkum broke their deal, so he new deal." I don't know, my mic cut out, but he pretty much
No,
looks at what he's. Oh, it didn't. Okay.
I
No,
couldn't
you're
hear
good.
it was like
I heard you. I mean,
Yeah.
dude,
cut out a
like
little
if
bit.
there was any sense of like bro
Yeah, he
senses
literally
between the
he
three
looks
of
at
us,
him.
like I absolutely would have looked back at the two of
Yeah,
you.
yeah, like
yeah,
I said,
right?
he looks at him and he's like, he's like, Vorkum broke their deal, so he made a new deal, and then he rolls his
He
eyes
wouldn't
like
hurt
this
him. He
fucking
wouldn't
guy.
hurt him. Yeah, like there was a whole like there's
The
just a
cross guard is
squad,
looking at each other like, what
vibe
the
of the
fuck?
cross guard. Just everybody looking at each other like this boy's
Right?
fucking
This guy's
retarded.
a fucking idiot. But the things people do for love, man. But no,
The
as you
same
were,
kind of eyes we all gave to each other when we were listening to the Risen Whispers, and it's being like, yo, what the fuck are these guys on?
oh god. Oh, go on though, Mike.
He says my hands are tied. He's like I had no choice, and I figured, like I said, you were strong, and if it kept us out of the war and it kept our men alive, then it would be okay. Something you'd be willing to take. And then, about 2 weeks ago, he contacted me, and he forced me into this war.
Ah.
He told me he said if I hadn't complied, he'd kill you on the spot, and he'd send me your corpse.
He broke the deal again.
So, I managed to negotiate that we'd stay off the front lines, that my men wouldn't get killed. What has he been doing? He's like, from what I've seen, or from what I've heard, he's got our troops helping him on Komodo. He's like, anybody on the front lines? And she says, and she looks at you guys, and Arbiter nods no. He goes, and she says no. He's like, and then he says, he's like, under no circumstance did I intend to just let this deal ride. The man is like, how could I trust the man now after he had broken his deal once? He's like, I fully intended to launch some sort of operation or mission to save you. They just happened to get to you first.
This was our last stop, you motherfucker.
I mean, this only happened like a month ago.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, we got here before he did, and we were late.
Well, he's like, I was taking.
No, yeah, it's justified, right? Yeah, no, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
just.
He says,
Odo's just being petty.
He says,
Yeah.
he's like, we've been in this conflict. We've been under these circumstances for only about a week. He's like, I was prepping my what needed to be to launch the operation. But seeing as you're safe, operation is no longer needed. She goes, and he says, and then he gets like really serious, and Vorkum will pay with his head for it. And he says, I need to talk to the Arbiter immediately. And at this point, and he says, the Arbiter. And who answers to this?
When she says, "Daddy, pass the salt." No, but yeah, O doesn't say anything.
And he looks over at you. He says you didn't see anything, and he says, it's just Thel now. He goes, what do you mean? He's like, and he goes, I've shed that title some months ago. And he goes, discussion for another time. Thank you for saving Soxy. I'm in your debt, and as much as we would like to stay out of this war, I think without even speaking, we're both agreed upon that Vorkum needs to pay for this heinous crime. And Soxy looks over you and she nods her head. She goes, yes, he will. He's like, he needs to be stopped. He's a madman out of control. And over the phone, he says, he goes, you have the unbreakable swords at your side. No other discussion is needed.
Let's go.
Let's go.
And Arbiter says, I thank you for your assistance in ending this blood war. And he goes, the discussions of what happens afterwards can be had afterwards, but I will respect the wishes that you have initially given off after hearing that conversation. And he says, yes, this conversation will happen later. He goes, as far as right now, what do you need? And Soxy comes up. She's like, well, it's like we have all of our troops occupied in Karak. It's like if we can get some sort of invasion, and then Arbiter puts up his hands like an invasion was already being planned 3 hours from now. She goes, oh. She goes, well, in that case, she's like, she looks back at the phone. She goes, Zor, can you get a message out within 3 hours that we've raised the city? And he stops for a second. He goes, absolutely. And she stops. She goes, if we can catch them off guard before word spreads that I've been set free, then this could be the day that we take the city. This could be a one-day operation, which we take the city from the inside out. And Arbiter agrees. He goes, yes. He goes, we've hit them so fast and hard. We've hit them faster and harder than we hit them in Gorgon. He's like, this would truly be an overwhelming victory for us. She says, in that case, I need to come with you. And Zor goes, you don't need to. And she says, I don't need your approval to help my troops on the front line. He says, and then in that case, I'll meet you there. And they kind of agree that this will be a operation in which they alert the troops, and when the invasion begins, they already have troops next to everyone else.
So just making sure I'm reading this right, because I'm like actually retarded.
Apparently,
So,
I'm bad at describing. So.
Yeah, hey man, I'm pretty sure it's me. But so just double checking. They're saying that they want to like use, since word hasn't spread that she's out yet, they want to use this as an opportunity that would to take like Komodo back.
To take the city of Karak back, like all of
Or
Komodo
Karak, all Komodo, yeah. And are they saying that that's something that they're gonna do as our invasion happens, or before our invasion happens, and we're helping?
Like,
that's what I'm not
like
catching.
The details are gonna be discussed like right now, like kind of like just really quickly what's gonna happen. Like I'm gonna summarize it, but yeah, basically like as you guys are like 20 minutes out, like they're already gonna have the attack started, and nobody's even gonna know it's coming.
Okay, gotcha. Just all right. So I got the right read on that. Just making sure.
Yes. So,
Shit.
discuss that. Arbiter tells the room, says everybody arm up. We move out in 3 hours. Or at this point, I guess it would kind of be like 2 hours. And he leaves the room and heads to the command center.
All right, now, Thel, we have this fucking data. Like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here already. I guess I could just explain it to him.
Yeah, literally. Fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I'd go to leave. I would turn to Soxy and I say, I say I'll leave you to discuss these plans. If I don't see you, as the battle rages, be well.
She says yes, and I'll have that alone time with my husband now, if you don't mind.
So hey, you guys do whatever you do in an intercom. That's not my business. I famous. I follow behind Crossguard and I'm like, Thel, we have this data.
You know, there's a yeah, like as we're leaving, we're good. Oda's just gonna say to Zor, it's like there is no such thing as alone time on these networks, and then freaking. He's gonna hand the data back to Zoro's like, haven't got the chance to bring this up yet. It's your place.
I look down and I say, fair enough. I'll see you boys in the meeting.
So
yeah,
Mel
follow up.
says, you say you told him you have the data, right? You said that out loud.
Yes.
He says,
Yeah.
He goes, funny you mentioned that. Come with me. We'll discuss it in the command room. Just go pee real quick.
I
wanna go get my stuff. I'm not leaving until I go back to that place and he gives me my free stuff. I got a feeling I know what he wants to give me and I want it.
I'm still trying to figure out where the fucking did I miss where the needle rifle came into play?
Yeah. I mean, I guess maybe if we had to fight. Oh,
we have a combat after this. Good to know.
Oh, that is good to know. Yeah.
I should make some more tea.
You
It's bad for
motherfuckers and
your
your
liver,
tea.
dude, or your kidney. One of those two.
Alright. So, Arbiter pulls you into command room, and he says,
Mhm.
before before we speak of this data, I would like to get you an update. A couple days ago, the UNSC got back to me, and after some discussion on how the war's going and the state of what Oni is, I've gotten some more information for you. He goes, first things first, the good news. He goes, at the state of the war we're in, the UNSC sees it fit that seems that they're having difficulties of their own, and something has arisen, something of the AI called Cortana. Seems that she's started some kind of created resistance of some kind. I don't entirely know the details, but they say it involves us, and that due to the relation of what is going on and what may proceed to happen in the near future, they will help us end this war. But I asked them of Oni, and they responded that they don't entirely know. What they told me is that Oni is a secret operations branch of the UNSC, and that anybody outside of Oni typically doesn't have much contact with them in the operations they've run. So it seems that there's something that have been seemingly running solo and what they do, and they don't have much intel on operations that they may run, which doesn't bode well for us. Because if they are doing what they claim you're doing, it could be bad.
Yes. Just to clarify about the data you gave me, it was showing dates, specific dates and like records of like shipments from years ago, but they were labeled as from the storm,
So
not by like Komodos or like the city itself.
they were labeled to the storm. Number one, and number two,
And this was
they
from a
weren't
few years ago.
specifically like shipments. You don't know what they might be shipments, but all you know is that they're at some point, as of like a year to about 2 years ago, there was communications. You don't know what the communications are, whether it's shipments or whatever the fuck, between Oni and the storm coming.
And we found those records.
You found
There.
those records, and like all you have are that literally just says like sender, receiver, and then a date, and that's it. You don't really know what's on these.
But we don't know exactly what it
the
was.
files themselves are encrypted.
No, that's fine. But the fact, the time and the place is the important part. Where we found this. So I bring up, I say, well, that is unnerving, and part of the data that I had collected on this recent mission was unnerving as well. I suppose, as you had said, starting with the good news, this does draw a direct line between the storm and Oni, with specific dates of interactions being offered from a number of years back, a range. Outside of that, the files are encrypted, so to know what exactly these interactions were about is still yet to be seen. But the fact that I found these documents interacting between the storm and Oni in a place that would have formerly been a neutral territory, tad concerning.
He goes, he says, quite. And he says, were these, where you collected these, were these connected to any sort of outside network? You have no idea.
I say I have no idea. The building in which we had gone into what seemed to have been a court building, one with a number of legal records and documents.
he says, "This building, was it the building that you rescued Sasuke from?"
The very same.
He goes, "We will make it a priority to take that building, and not destroy it. We need to get access. We need to get access to those terminals that you found these files on. We need to know more information."
Yes, I see. This does. This does make me question approaching Sasuke and Zord directly. I did not inform her of what I found on the documents, on the data from within the building. All I did inform her of was our current suspicions of the UNSC, and she said that she would be speaking with her husband to try and see if anything has changed, if he has any further information on his end.
He says, "Well, in that case, when she gets that, I'll have someone inform her if she gets that information to relate to me as well." She goes,
Yes.
"But something we look into after this battle. Right now, I need you to suit up and get yourself ready."
Of course. I salute, and with that, I make my way to the barracks where Phaeton had asked me to meet him.
All right, so you head your way there. Got it. There's a fucking snot hanging up in my nose. I can feel it. You head over to the armory, and at this point, everybody's kind of been alerted what the fuck's going down. So everybody's just fucking running. Like, people are grabbing ammo, grenades, everything from the armory, getting everything set up. And in the bustle, you see Fatan. I was it Fatan? Fatan, like, handing out his men their items. So he's handing someone men, and then, like, at the same time, like, everybody's like, there's a dude next to him, like, checking active camouflage units. Like, all right, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good, and like sending them off.
I walk up and I say, Fatan, I understand that this is a. Oh, what word am I looking for? I say, I understand that we don't have much time, but I wanted to meet with you before we all roll out on this next endeavor.
He says, yes. Here, I wanted to say thank you for that, for helping us with the rescue. Not something you technically had to do, but I appreciate the help. You moved pretty well out there. Maybe a little bit more practice, you would have worked well with the Silent Shadow in our heyday. And he says, I wanted to give you this, and he hands you a grappling hook.
Oh, I take it and I say it's an honor. I thank you, and I hope that after these battles see us well, we'll be able to work together further in the future.
He says, yes. He says, I hope so. He's like, good luck.
I say to you as well, and I put my hand out for like the warrior's handshake.
Yeah, I do note that, like, as he says that, he like goes to say something, like a phrase that you're familiar with, and it's a phrase that was commonly used during when the Covenant was the Covenant, and it was kind of like a phrase they said, like may the Forerunners be with you, may the Forerunners be with you, because they worship the Forerunners as gods. Right. And he goes to say it, and he like cuts himself off. He's like, yes, good luck. And then he goes to shake his hand.
Ooh, dog whistle.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it in my head. I'm like, okay, boomer.
I mean, that's something you said as well when the Covenant was a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, but I shake his hand and then I go. At this point, I didn't really have much else to do, so then I would go and head towards the meeting room.
Alright. So, you head to the meeting room, everyone's in there. Fucking Fuhr, Lat, Artas, I almost said, yes, Phyla. Yes, I couldn't remember if Phyla was a dead one or not. Phyla's in there. Everyone of importance is in there. The new leader of the fucking Fury Warriors is in there. Let's give him a name. A quick randomize. The name is Jizzo.
Jizzo.
Oh god.
Call him Thoza. Thoza is in there. Everybody's in there, and they kind of just like they're finishing up the battle plan.
Oza.
And they're talking about who's got whose sectors and what the heck's about to go down. And basically says we'll be showing up about 15 minutes. We'll be landing and attacking after 15 minutes after the Unbreakable Swords have begun their attack. He goes, expect the enemies to be dazed, confused, and under attack upon us already landing to join the battle. He's like, make sure you check your shots and don't shoot anybody, and only shoot those of the Rexilian Storm kin. Everybody nods. He says, tell your men that. He says, good luck. So they tell you, everybody gets in their fucking drop ships. And the battle's about to begin. Anything anybody want to do before the battle? Just before we start it?
Nah. I've done all I need to do.
If there's something
Yeah.
you wanted to buy beforehand that you knew already that you didn't have the credits for because I didn't give them to you for last session, I'll give them to you now.
Oh.
Just as like a last minute thing. Because I said I was going to give you last sessions and this sessions tonight, but if there's like something you wanted to buy for this combat that you kind of can't because you don't have money, then...
Do you know ballpark how much credits we'd be getting?
For last session, probably around like 150.
Got it. Then I'm not spending shit.
Yeah. I'm just gonna save. I'll save it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all good. It's all
In
good
that
in the hood.
case, you guys would launch the operation. So I am going to skip forward a little bit, but I will describe to you what happens. So, you arrive on the ground, and shit's going down. There's fucking, like, you literally land as if, like, at, like, not even, like, that far outside of the city. Because, like, as you're approaching, your pilots recognize, like, their AA guns are offline. We can get in closer. And Arbiter's like, do it. You hear, and Arbiter's on this invasion with you, as is Artasic. Everybody's here. Like, even the dudes who normally stay back at command to do like the macro of warfare are here. Like, there's very few back at base.
That's fantastic.
And you show up and like you fucking like hop out of your phantoms and like very few amounts of fucking bullets like fly your way. Like normally like you would expect like fucking Saving Private Ryan D-Day, like shit's blowing up right. There's not even that much fire coming away. You just look out at like the city and like everybody's like already engaged in combat. It's like just fucking like madness. You see like dudes with swords are just like wrecking other dudes with other swords. And there's a good mix of fucking Storm and Crashing Waves troops, as well as they outnumber them about Crashing Waves and Storm combined to from what you could see obviously to Unbreaking Swords is about 4-1 right now. But you guys show up and just start fucking plowing through the city with the overwhelming force of how many troops you have, along with the kinds of troops you have. Like, literally picture the fucking, like when the Avengers fucking come together and they all have like the specialties and shit. Like, fucking Fear like punches a dude up in the air and then you like see him like float there for a second and then like a dude from the Silent Shadow uncloaks and throws him off his sword as like a fucking bombing run comes over like a part of the city in the background. Fucking artillery strike just fucking plows through. Like, everybody's like just destroying the city right now.
Never thought I'd fight side by side with a shadow.
How about a friend?
So they were like completely caught off guard. Clearly, if any word had escaped before, if any word had escaped that Saxy had, any word had gotten out that Saxy had escaped, and that they even had a hunch that the Unbreakable Swords were going to betray them, which they probably thought they were. It wasn't done fast enough. That's like,
Yeah.
like they caught completely by surprise. So the battle rages on for about 6 hours. You guys, you know, it's not just constant shooting. You take a sector, you clear it, you reload, you regroup, you get some accountability, move to the next one. But all
Eat some
Sanghelios.
Sanghelios.
Yeah, eat some Sanghelios, refuel, rearm, not shit shower shave. maybe stop, take a shit at one point. He's like, you got time to take a shit? I don't know. Whatever you do. But it lasts
on your
about
enemy
6
and keep
hours,
moving.
and finally, you've got the last of the troops cornered into like a corner, cornered into a corner. Got them cornered in like the outer west side of the city, and this is where the final, they're making their final stand. So drop yourselves, and it's not just you here. I just didn't put any of this here, so you didn't be like, what the fuck? Drop yourselves anywhere behind any of this cover. But it's not just you.
On the right- on the right
my
side there?
On the right side.
God.
You have
Is
allies.
that black shit? Is that
That is, yes, let me clarify.
elevated?
Please. Yes, it is an elevated platform. Something tall enough that you can't climb it.
We're supposed to see these values,
What values?
the
No.
numbers. I take it we're not.
Did I hide the
Wait.
rest of them?
Hidden
Elevated.
spiders.
Elevated, you say?
Elevated.
Something that
Finna
perhaps
grapple with
a
nigga?
grappling hook could get up.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Can I be back behind this yellow one?
Yes, anywhere
Hello.
behind this like line of cover you can be behind. And like I said,
Okay.
you're not. It's not just you three. I just didn't want to put enemies there, and you guys would freak the fuck out.
Oh, yeah, you know us well.
Yeah. Yes, we would.
All right.
Zoom in, see what these guys look like.
Sorties.
So these guys I'm dragging out now are.
Are these
There's-
Marvins? What the fuck?
Those are sword elites, right?
They are honor guards. They are Rikshili
Ah.
honor guards, but they are not Rikshili sword honor guards. They have needle rifles.
Oh, bitch. Bro, there's a lot of
Ah.
chacklocks around here, dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you guys got like this is like a large force. Like right now, probably there's more like outside of like what you're looking at right now, but you guys got some decent amount of backup.
These boys are allies, you said?
Yes, all those boys and where is he? Boy's back.
The boy!
Yep.
Where is he?
Let's fucking
Oh,
go, dude.
viewer.
Yes.
Christ.
They're on like this elevated platform. They're like making their last stand. If you guys can't tell what this is over here, they're grunts on plasma turrets.
Yeah. Okay.
Holy shit.
All
Okay.
right, we
Let us
are
shoot
we
12
rolling
times in a
dice?
six. Those things don't even overheat.
Are we rolling fucking dice? Is that what I'm
Yes,
hearing?
we're rolling fucking dice. Everybody
Let's
roll.
Hell yeah,
fucking
boy.
go.
Soda.
Let's fucking go.
Caleb's like, these niggas are shut the fuck up for once. Let's go. I can shoot people.
Bro, I didn't give my character enough fucking shit to care about. He's just like, I want help broken arm.
Dude, the fucked up part about this is like I'm getting like such fucking like soccer vibes for like you guys like so specialized in what you're doing. You have like a clear path, and like even though you're like one of the most highly trained members of the entire force, and like what you're doing is extremely important because nobody knows how to do medical work. You don't see it on the battlefield, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just getting shit on.
I know. I feel
Just
The
getting told
entire
that you're-
anime community.
Yeah, honestly.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
You're everyone's least favorite girl.
Yeah.
I like soccer. I appreciate it.
Hey, me too.
Yo, Tim's best girl. Don't at me.
Well, I don't agree she's best girl. I agree she's a girl that is worth something.
Yo, Boruto.
Yeah, you just
Tim
haven't seen
is unmatched.
Boruto 1010?
Worth a 10-10.
Are we
The
talking
only
about
reason
Boruto
this is the
10-10?
only reason playing Naruto Boruto Strikers was even worth it.
Bro, Boruto Ino is right there though.
On God.
True,
But you know always been
true.
bad though. It wasn't really that much of a
Yeah,
blow.
Bro,
always
Boruto
been
Tamari though. Yo.
Tamari always been bad though. You know.
Yeah,
it's not really-
that-
She always had. The
Mario
only
always
thing
been
though is
bad.
that her fit has definitely she loses some points for that fit.
Well,
Yeah,
I
she
feel like
got-
most
she
of the
got big mom
Boruto, a
energy
lot of the
now.
Boruto fits
Yeah.
are worse.
Yeah, they definitely are. The worst part is like they changed so many people's hairs where it's just like straight hair and not like spiky and stuff. Like it looks weird. Like,
Yeah.
Sakura's hair is straight, Sasuke's hair is straight, and Naruto's the only one left with spiky hair. They gave Choji like the fucking depressed old man cut.
Bro.
It's like
Yeah. It's fucked up, dude.
but yeah, all the kids look pretty good. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
Pause.
Oh jeez. Everyone's gonna take that out of context and send it to Keemstar. It's like, we've got to cancel this dude with 100 subscribers uploading Halo D&D content. Says he likes kids. All right, let me roll these initiatives. Sorry.
You're okay.
There's a lot of initiatives to roll.
I would imagine.
Okay, let's do the grunts first. Oh, gotta pull these guys up now. Fuck, forgot about them.
Pulled up the horn. He done down back free again.
What is that from now?
Just a random video.
He done down back free again.
Not forgetting anyone, right?
He done down back free again.
Fear's not on here, is he?
2, 3.
Left
He's
out
not?
the boy
I
Fear,
don't
dude.
think-
Oh, yeah,
no,
I
he's
thought the-
not.
I'm just counting the amount of red elites. It should be 1, 2, 3, 5
Um,
total. 1, 2, 3. I only have 3, so I've done him. I've done him. I've done him. So he needs to get. No, he's been done.
Jeez.
He's.
the whole timeline is roasting Baker Mayfield.
Okay, what to do now?
Well, according to this guy, he just became the first player in the NFL this season to throw 10 straight incompletions. Last guy said, I appreciate everything Baker Mayfield did for our team last season, but respectfully, get the fuck off our team if this is how you're gonna play. Man wasted and ran off OBJ, then plays like trash. Disgusting.
Okay.
That, ugh.
Oda, you're up.
Alright, respectfully, fuck this guy.
Which guy? That's his ally.
Oh, right. You were using red elites for them now. I forgot about that.
The
Sorry.
only red elite that's a bad guy is the guy up there on the fucking platform.
Okay. Alright, but everyone else is an ally? Alright, respectfully, fuck this guy. No, I'm kidding. Alright,
Oh, anyway.
gonna move. Alright, let's see here. Let's abuse the movement.
Yo, y'all rocking with salami, dude?
Yo, don't rock with Salami.
I
Shadows.
will note that if you
Salami.
get directly
Ooh.
under the platform, it's elevated enough where the turrets will not be able to directly point down at you.
Evasive maneuvers. Ta 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 ta. Move here.
Right.
That's me. I like to think that this guy looked over me real quick, and for a split second, he's like, he knows I'm on the right.
Alright, man's up top is going to shoot at man's down bottom. He said, I got that map of bottom jeans.
He can't shoot him, can he?
I mean, he can.
That's like, I thought that was solid, like you couldn't see over it.
Yeah,
He's
but he's
a-
on the edge.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So he's going to
Yeah.
move to
I
the
mean-
edge.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
He knows he's there. You guys have been having a firefight. They know where everybody's
Well,
positioned.
I just meant from where he was at. I just didn't think that we'd have any. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Fair enough. He'll shoot at
Well,
Oda.
I'm not saying he couldn't see him. I'm
Oh.
saying he couldn't shoot him from there. You know what I mean? Like since he moved,
Wait,
he could shoot him
Oda!
and do shit.
Fair enough.
Who else could he shoot
Not-
at? Shoot at.
Hey, you can shoot it. No, shoot at
Oh,
me.
yeah,
Yo,
no,
go
fuck
for it.
He gonna shoot at your
Oh,
ass.
Yeah. Fuck you, buddy.
Yo, my bad.
It's all good. I've done this plenty of
One
times.
love.
Why don't he
done
want to
down
shoot at me,
back
man?
free.
He done down back. I gotta show you guys that video.
Yeah, please. I gotta see this shit. Alright, he lands one hit.
It's the fucking Will Smith thing. Like, what
Why way to shoot me, man? Yeah, how many did it hit?
One. Took
One?
2 shots at you.
Why you ain't
Alright.
love me, man?
And attempting to evade.
You don't love me, man.
You don't
Give me the
know.
gun, Carlton.
Five.
Alright, you died.
Oh, me!
Slide
Excellent.
into cover.
Oh yeah.
Yo, sticks and stones may break my bones, but a 50-foot fall will kill y'all.
Yo, honestly. Why shoot at them when we just gotta shoot at the legs of this building?
Alright, so he's gonna use his movement to get up to. Yeah. Ego, you're up.
How tall is that? Roughly?
About 30-40 feet. Oh, Alex, sorry.
Sure.
I forgot to tell you the statistics of your grappling hook.
Plus 10 to climb checks, right?
What?
No.
Oh,
for-
that's what it said in the.
Oh my god, is the
Huh?
grappling hook actually a thing in there?
Yeah, it's under It's under like human survival equipment.
No fucking
think.
way.
My
Yeah,
man
grappling
made
hook, a
up
metal
an
rod
album
with
with
hook.
it.
Allow for easier
I
climbing
can see
unattached.
now.
And
Here
plus
lies
10
Zo-
to yes.
Here lies Zora Sakon. Man's got fucking blasted. They ran the gat with a plasma turret while he was trying to be action and fly his way up the goddamn fucking building.
Fuck you! Why are you being such a hater today? What's
Bro,
going on?
dude, I support you in your endeavors. I'll just
No, you
warn you when you're
don't.
dead.
You clearly don't. You sent me on this mission in the first place.
Bro,
You got me involved in this shit in the first place, and
I
now you're
didn't
talking
send
shit
you
because
on
I
shit.
came back with results.
I can't
Fuck
send
you.
you on anything.
No, you
Uh,
just sat there in front of the crazy
Oh, I
PTSD
didn't
dude and
say
said
this
he knows how
earlier.
to stealth.
Mike, I didn't say this earlier, but I would have replenished all my medical shit I used on
Yeah.
Zoro.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm reading that, and I didn't know it was in the rulebook. Because I was thinking Halo Infinite grappling hook.
Oh, shit,
Wow.
just make it that then.
Whatever,
His
yeah,
version's
whatever's
gonna
gonna
suck.
be better.
That's what I'm
Whatever's
doing.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Yo, I guarantee in the new version is probably in there.
and maybe it is. Actually, probably right. Alright, anyway. It's not... That grappling hook is literally a fucking rope with a hook on it. Like,
Gotcha.
that's how you climb. This is like a fucking Batman grappling hook. Like,
Ah.
so you can use it to instantly climb any elevated surface that is no, its maximum height is 35 feet. And you can also use it to grapple items on the battlefield to you.
Dude, I'm fucking Link out here.
So like you can grapple, like if someone drops a weapon, you're like, need a weapon, gotta reload. You could like use a half action to grapple the weapon to you.
Dude, could you imagine like the disarm combo? Disarm half action, toss his sword up in the air, fucking grapple hook it back down. It's like an injustice combo.
Yo,
Alright,
that's
I'm
actually
here.
so accurate. What the fuck?
Yeah,
They just
I'm here for it. Okay.
the Wonder Woman
Alright,
combos.
I'm a half action aim, and then I'm gonna shoot this guy on the right turret.
Okay.
So that's gonna be Baba Booey 15.
Oh,
15.
sorry. Forgot to say this. My bad. If you want to, unless you land a headshot, the bullets are gonna hit the turret. So if you want, you should probably, if you like want to specifically aim for the grunt, you have to do a cold shot in the head. Unless like you just randomly roll and hit the head. You'll damage the turret. Turret has hit points, but you know, it also has armor, which may not penetrate through to the grunt.
Okay. I will instead.
Unless like you like get an angle on him where the turret's not in the way, you know what I mean? If that makes sense.
So here's my question.
Okay, shoot.
Okay, I have adept marksman, right?
Okay.
And so when I take an aim action, I can call the shot to ignore half armor, wherever the fuck it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I aim as a full action, can I still have that effect on my next upcoming shot, or like how does that work?
Didn't we read this skill the other day?
I mean, we did, but you said it was on the aim action. It just doesn't make any sense to me that like it takes a full round to aim, and then
What page is this skill on again?
50.
When you aim, you keep the buffs for aiming until
Yeah,
you aim at something
You
else.
don't have to re-aim.
Okay.
Yeah, you keep it like
So
forever
it would-
until
it
you shoot
would
something
keep
else.
the adept marksman buff, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, like next turn, like
Yep.
you're aimed in until you unaim or move.
yeah, yeah. You would keep that buff. Like that skill seems to be a buff to your aim action. If it mentions the aim action, then
that's what I thought.
yeah. That I think it's as you.
Oh, a second.
What's it called?
It's
Adept
Adept
Marksman.
Adept Marksman. When a character
Or
makes
no,
an aiming
it's
action,
not.
the character
not
may
that
roll
one,
a
it's,
perception test. Oh, the next one. Aggressive advance.
Wait, it might be that one. Hold a sec. Yeah, it's Adept Marksman.
When a
The
character
full
makes
the
an
full
aiming
description
action,
on
the character
56.
may roll a perception test for the next shot to ignore half armor against other characters. Perception test has failed. The attack is fired normally. This does not stack with any other abilities action. So what does that have to do with a called shot?
No, I said when I take an aiming action.
Oh yeah,
Like
you said you said
if I do
called shot.
no, I said if I do a full round aiming action, can I make that? Can I call
Yes.
the fucking?
But you said.
Okay.
Am I crazy? Did he say cold shot?
Well, I may have said like call the shot to be an adept marksman shot. You know what I mean?
Oh.
But does that happen for my next shot, or is it every shot after I aim?
It's every shot after you aim. Once you unaim, you have to re-roll this perception check.
Okay, I will full aim and then roll a perception test. Do I just roll a perception test for every time I shoot?
No.
Just the one time, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Perception test has failed. The attack is fired normally. Does not stack with any other abilities or actions with ignores half armor. When a character makes an aiming action, the character may roll a perception test for the next shot. So only your next shot. So you have to unaim and re-aim to reactivate this ability.
Oh,
That's kind of dog shit.
I mean, it's half armor. If a hunter has 40 armor, you cut it in half to 20.
I mean, yeah, but it just kind of dog shit to have to unaim and then re-aim. You know what I mean? But I full aim and then do that.
Well, if you full aim, like full turn aim, because full turn aim and half turn aim give different buffs.
I want a full turn aim.
Then you're done. You can't.
Yeah.
Oh yes, and this is for half armor. My mistake. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So then you. Okay. So plus 10 to your next shot and half armor.
Right.
Okay. Cool. You're done.
You're done.
You're done. You're done. This elite is going to shoot at the grunt. He's going to do a cold shot at the head. And he hits. Nice. Oh, he takes 2 shots. Okay. Time to pull out the ye old calculator.
I was gonna say, I imagine you want different music for this.
Yeah, just give me a second.
Okay, so aiming ends after you make an attack action.
Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, that didn't.
Well, good to know. Holy shit.
I literally thought it was fucking, it was like a thing you held. I could have sworn I read that somewhere too.
Call.
You hold it until you make an attack action. So if I full aim, like I'm aiming
Oh.
until I make an attack. Or like if they go out of fucking, sight, or if
I could have
select
sworn. Okay, I could have sworn. I must have misread this man in his book. But I could have sworn I read aim as like you aim at the guy, and if he doesn't move, then you keep it, and he has to actually relocate himself or something like that. But I was incorrect.
They may have changed it. I don't know. Maybe
Well,
it says somewhere.
What they changed it to, 'cause
Yeah. Either way, it was a
Okay,
misreading of the rule as is.
It might say something else somewhere else in the fucking 800 pages of the book. Where I'm reading at right now, it says, aim as a full action grants a plus 10 to hit on their next attack. A character that has made an aim action will get the full benefit from their aim action for any of their turns afterward. Blah.
This is such a strangely balanced game. So if you don't maintain that buff, what he's saying is that he wants you to take time to get a +10 on an entire series of attacks. Statistically, if you just took 2 full rounds of attacks, you did more. That's so weird. Whatever.
Here's what it says exactly. The benefits of an aim action are lost after you end a round where you made an attack action.
Strange.
If a weapon was switched, the benefits are lost as well. Aim actions only benefit the weapon the aim action was used with. The benefits will also be lost if the character takes damage or moves, or if the opponent moves more than the character's perception modifier in meters in a single round.
Alright, well, that is strange.
So aiming kind of sucks.
I guess if you're up against something where, like, I don't know. That is strange.
Alright, so what the fuck's the deal?
It's fine.
Aiming sucks, and I'm never gonna do it again.
Again, aiming is important. It's more important at lower level combat, where everybody doesn't have fucking 70 warfare range.
True. I was gonna say, like, if I I have to spend a full round to get a +10.
I would imagine you could like continuously there are other buffs you could add to you just hold your shot and then you just at the end of like 2 turns you have +40 to hit. Like alright, 8.
I feel like it's a lot better if I had a better sniper rifle, or if I had not a sniper rifle and something I could shoot more times with.
Maybe. Alright, either way, go. Finish before 12 or not 12. No wait, finish.
I mean, it's your turn, right?
Oh, that's right. Sorry, you took a full time to
Kek W.
do that. Alright, this motherfucker, you gonna throw a grenade.
It's like if I had a fucking, I don't know, some sort of something that could shoot 20 times in a round, you know what I mean? I'm aiming to get a +10 on all those. That would be really good. But somewhere I can shoot twice.
Either way, this guy lands his fucking grenade
Wait, where did he throw a grenade?
on this poor son of a bitch.
Oh,
Nice.
what a unlucky bitch.
Oh shit! It's alright!
Did he hit him, or did it just land near him?
No, he stuck his ass. Kobe.
Oh shit! Yo, Shacklock doing work, man.
Check lock, and check lock. Alright, Fear, you're up. Alright, Fear. Fear's fucking looking around the corner, he's looking at this guy up here on the fucking crow's nest, and he's ripping 4 shots of his fucking, his fuel rod.
Damn, bro.
Oh my fucking god. How far out is this? Oh, this poor fucking grunt.
What weapon does he have?
Fucking fuel rod.
Remember the very first test game of Halo we played, where it was
Yes.
just the waves? This is giving me heavy those vibes. But we're on the other side of
Remember
those
the
waves.
funny part about that is that the whole point of it was that like I had to limit test you guys and see how much it would take to kill you, and that's when I realized snipers and rockets are busted.
I know we were just sitting there, like the last couple of us, like, hold the line.
Remember when we realized how kill worked, kill and blast? It was like,
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
wait.
It was nuts. Speaking of kill and blast, this grunt and his fucking turd just poof, fucking dust. And feel like screamed out like, "Ha!
Gah,
Fucking
reduced to
gotcha,
atoms."
bitch!"
Nice.
Alright, Zor, you're up. Let me take this grunt off.
Bro, you know how I be doing. I'm a stealth over here.
You know Rumble got them kickbacks.
I would assume you would have approached and already active camouflage. So.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yes,
I've been in
so
camo.
roll camouflage.
Not bad.
Alright, let's see. Let us see. What the fuck is that? Alright. No one seems to notice you there. So you move
Alright.
up, and as you move up, the fucking explosion just happens, and Fearless was like, "Oh, did you guys see that?" Zoro, and he looks behind, he's like, "Where did you go?" And he's like, "Oh, there you," and then he looks behind you and goes, "Wait a second." He's like, yelled at me for this before. I've gotten him shot at more than a few times. And then he stops.
Yeah, I will say over comms, and I say thank you for that, Fior. That shot was sick.
Alright, this dude is up. He's gonna fucking run the motherfucking gat on this fella.
Wait, bro, I can't believe that Fior saw me. He was just gonna, he's gonna be like, hey, bro.
Got lat shot more than a few times from that. Fucking lat is his handler. Alright, let's run this fucking shit. Where is my grunt page? Grunt. Alright, let's see where you at. Where you at? 2, 3, 4, 5,
How many? Oh.
6,
Damn.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, how many of those did you have? Alright, let's see if this guy dodges.
These fucking grunts.
Okay. Dodge is 1. Okay, so
Person's desk.
Alright, so he rips into this cover. This guy catches a pretty nasty wave of fucking plasma up his body, but his shields stay strong. They're not strong, they stay. Definitely not strong. Alright, this guy's up. And he's gonna pop shots at the dude who threw the sticky at him. He's a little upset. Upset. 50,000 on my hand, I can't accept.
The fucking squeaky toy, bro.
Yeah, right.
Just playing Halo Mythic with myself right now.
Dude, it'd be like that whenever you. That was me in the Veritas fight. I was just playing Pathfinder by myself. It's like 12 enemies
Alright, so
and allies.
he rips 2 shots at this guy, and then he's gonna make a warfare melee test to rip this sticky off of him. He does not. Oh, poor guy. Alright, other guy's up. He's going to shoot at this fellow over here. Alright, he hits him. But he's got a needle stuck. This guy's up. This guy's gonna move. He got ripped pretty hard, so he's gonna move some better cover. Fortunately for him, that's his full move. So in that case, he's gonna get a little bit better aim. This is full move. Now it's this guy's turn over here. He's gonna shoot at that guy who just shot him. Alright, that's some pretty good shots. This guy dodged.
God. It's finally gonna get to me and I'm just gonna charge, my god.
No, just one.
Bro, look at me. I'm sitting here with my no agility ass trying to make my way over to the side of this thing to do some sneaky shit, because God knows I ain't shooting a plasma pistol up there.
Six. 106, and then... Alright, he rips into him and lands 2 needles in him. Alright, Oda, you're up.
Charge a plasma caster.
Okay.
That's me.
Should have taken that fucking skill, dude, or that trait, whatever the fuck it's called.
Is that a heavy
Is there a
weapon?
charge related one?
Oh, I thought.
Oh, I'm not bracing or anything. I'm just
Oh, yeah,
charging it.
bro.
I don't have
Saying,
to brace this.
Is it a heavy weapon? Like, do you have to brace
Oh,
for it?
no, I don't have to brace for it.
Okay.
The plasma, the other one I do, but not this one. The one that does more damage.
Alright, this guy is gonna shoot at you though. Once again, he's gonna continue his.
Oh, I'm also activating my evasive maneuvers naturally.
Yeah,
As it's free action. I'm not shooting it.
Naturally.
I'll allow it. All right, he lands 3 shots.
All right, let's go. Four. Eight. Eight again. Rolled a 7 and a 9. Let's go. Did the 4 work though?
Yes, they all did.
Excellent.
Nice.
He does. He has evade equipped. He's like.
What was I saying?
You know the sound it makes.
What was everything you said about not needing no fancy footwork? Yeah.
Why was that McGillicuddy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Hey.
don't know what took. I don't know what came over me.
Hey, to Oda, this is the bare minimum.
All right, this guy gets a good flank around on this dude, so he's gonna shoot. There's both those shots. He's gonna try and dodge. He does not.
What the hell? Oh my god! I clicked my mouse button by accident. Get me back in there.
Alright, he takes a pretty nice shot. Alright, Eager, you're up.
I'm going to call a headshot on this grunt,
Okay.
and I'm gonna shoot him.
Go for it.
What's the negative to a called shot? Is it
Minus 30.
Minus 30 by default, but you have it. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so 5.
Yeah. So 10 for your semi, 10 for your aim. Should it be less than 5? 10 for headshot, 10 for aim. I'm sorry. 10 for headshot, 10 for semi. So shouldn't it be plus 20 and then so minus 15? So shouldn't it be plus 5, not minus 5?
I did +5.
Oh, never mind then.
Does he dodge that?
He can try. Does not.
I'm assuming this kills with the headshot special and then the fucking
Yes, it
half
does.
his toughness and everything.
It does. Oh yeah, you have stuff. His yeah, he's dead.
Alright. That's my turn, baby.
All right, who's up now? This guy's up here. This guy's gonna move up to here with his boy. All right, he's done Fuhr. Gonna move up over here. Oh wait, did he get to that guy's turn yet? Not yet. Okay, Fuhr's gonna move up and shoot at this guy. Gonna shoot him. Got one shot left before he's got to reload, so he's gonna shoot it. Alright. I don't think this guy. I'll give it a certain try. He does. So this guy fucking ducks the shot and he flies past him, slamming into the barrier or the raised platform. And then Fuhr throws a hissy fit. He's like, "Oh, that's not fair! You can't jump out of the way!"
Mm.
And this guy claps back. He's like, "Shut up, you abomination of Sangheili!"
Christ. You didn't have to say it.
All right, I'm doing the same thing. I'm gonna stealth. I'm gonna move up here behind Oda. So I will camo.
Alright.
Oh, a 94.
I just said you're good, Joe, to recamp.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Right, this guy. Back to his turn. He's gonna try and rip this fucking thing off. He's got now or never. Okay, he rips it off. He fucking throws it back.
You can do that?
Yeah, you take a half action to rip the sticky off. And he lands it. He throws it on this guy. Says, "Fuck you, Dave!" And he throws it back. This guy is now the stuck one. It's about to go off as soon as he gets his turn. This poor son of a bitch.
Bro. You hate to see it.
Oh boy, that other guy. It's like, sorry buddy, I gotta go.
Alright, this guy's up. This guy is going to fucking... It's like, fuck! Just gonna rip into fucking fear. Okay, that's one shot. Fear doesn't even give a shit, so I'm gonna try and die. Alright, Fear gets a needle stuck in him, and he says, "Ouchie, ouchie, 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 ouchie."
Fucking Christ.
I love this, man.
This guy's turn is up, and his fucking grenade that just got yeeted back and blows up.
He did.
Let's roll this grenade damage.
Wait, the one that's up is this one.
Which
Is
one?
the one that... It's not the one with the sticky on him, it's this one.
Yeah, but he's the one who threw it.
Oh, fuck. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Okay.
Holy shit.
So the guy who stucks shields definitely pop. Wait, do they? They actually might not. They don't. Neither of their shields pop, but this guy who's on it takes a pretty massive chunk of damage. Bad roll on damage. Oh, his shields pop. Because he would have hit 6 shields left. Who the fuck is up? This guy's up. He's gonna move up. That's his turn. Get a good angle. Oda, you're up.
Alright. Alright, well now that I've charged, I'm going to mag. What type of weapon does this guy have? Sorry if you said it already.
Carbine.
Carbine? Alright, yeah. I'm gonna pop both of my
Caster shots?
yeah, I'm gonna take two actions of attacks, well depending on, I'm gonna take the first one first. I'm gonna fire 2 shots at this guy with the sticky and homing special rule. Where is this shit? There. Oh, great! I opened it. I was trying to open my sheet and it was popped out. Oh, and already I didn't even notice something on the monitor. There we go. Who? Plasma Custa. What the fuck is it? There we go. Kurt, bro, my fucking middle mouse is so fucked. 1, 2. Okay, we're gonna reshoot the first one.
Critical fail.
Alright. We- Well, either I'm shooting at this guy. I'm in my range. And one of them hits. And then the other one shoots off into who knows where.
That's the scatter charge. What was the degree of success on your hit?
Do we take the reroll or the original? Reroll, right?
What?
Like it has the homing special. Oh, on the hit you mean? Oh, the degree of success on the hit was 3.
Okay. So didn't dodge it. So let's worry about damage first, then we'll worry about scatter charge.
Okay.
Did you roll damage?
Oh yeah, I'm getting over. Cha. Man.
This has
And this is-
What
cauterize?
the fuck?
Well, it's got cauterize and it's a kill 2, and yeah, it is explosive.
Okay, so the explosion. Oh, either way, the explosion does damage to shields. So it's got kill 2 and cauterize. Okay.
The last time you ruled that this goes off on the next turn.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, which makes sense given that the sticky has a sticky special rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pull that sticky off. But yeah, let's worry. Let's go to the scatter chart.
It's 3d10, bro.
It landed
That's 3d10.
on Iga.
6, 6, and 1. But since it's explosive, I'm pretty sure it has triple the pierce,
Yeah, that's triple pierce to the shields.
and it has cauterize, so the pierce goes to the shields. Yeah.
Where's the scatter chart? There it is. What was it? Every 1 degree failure was 5. Right?
I don't recall.
I have it pulled up. Let me see. For let's see. For every degree of failure at the throw, it deviates 1d5 meters away.
Oh, 1d5. So I gotta roll.
Yeah.
Slash. Somebody uses dead grunt. What is the blast and kill radius?
Blast 3, kill 2. Wait, no, I charge it, so blast 3, kill 3.
Alright, he's gonna take his half axes and try and pull this fucking thing off him.
Oh wait, it just fucking hit me. Yeah, these don't blow up until the next turn. So I mean, I have 2 more shots. Fucking yeah, because I keep forgetting that we don't calculate damage till next turn, so I didn't actually attack them. But these are not charged and are at the base attack, so they actually get it's 1, it's 2. All right, 98. All right, duality man. First one hits.
You got 2 stickies on, right?
Yeah.
Alright, he's gonna try and pull both the stickies off.
Wait, who does?
Wait, if he pulls them both off, both with half actions, and he can't do anything with them, what does that get him?
He's gonna try and pull one of them off.
Who'd you shoot? Which guy?
Guy up
fuck-
on the still
this
on the
dude.
watchtower. That's
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
This guy's not as good. Alright. He pulls one off. Eats it back at his.
That guy's getting fucked up.
Oh my god, he landed it too.
You know what? It's hit me that shooting explosives of this type, the risk reward is not in our favor.
My leg.
It's like, what the this guy's literally just freaking the fuck out. He's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me!
Oh my god.
Alright, this guy's up again. He's gonna rip 4 shots. See if he can rip some shots into it before. Alright, he does not dodge any shots. Alright, pops the shields.
Excellent.
Ega, you're up.
I would like to put away my beam rifle and pull out my carbine,
Kido.
and then I'm gonna shoot. This guy's stuck.
No, yes. He's got 1 sticky on him.
This guy hurted.
That guy's got no shields.
Okay, I will shoot this guy dos time
Okay.
at a plus 10. No, plus 15. Booyakasha.
Why plus 15?
Within range and also semi. Correct?
Yeah.
Does he doge?
Which guy you shooting? This guy with no shields?
Yeah.
No.
Fuck balls. Right leg, right arm.
Left foot there. Left foot up. Left foot in. Alright, you rip into him, but with the cover he's got, you can't really get a clear shot on him.
Here, my turn.
This guy is going to fucking take his warfare melee and rip this shit off of him. Alright, he's got it. He's gonna throw it back at the same motherfucker.
This rule sucks.
That button sucks.
Hey, you see,
I think it's
bro.
a full round of warfare melee. No, it doesn't. It isn't.
Bro,
Why
and-
would you throw it back? That's the point.
back in my day, if you stuck a guy, it was over.
He lands
Right?
it!
In my
He
day.
lands it!
This guy's a
Oh my
legend.
God.
Alright,
He's been playing hot potato like a monster.
Fear is up, and he's gonna fucking rip this motherfucker. Oh no, he's gotta reload. Shit! This is the first time I think someone's ever had to reload. He's gonna be reloading this thing for a while. Alright, he takes his turn to reload. Actually, you know what? He doesn't. He fucking. Fucking runs at this motherfucker. Zoro, you're up.
Okay. Well, then I'll leave fear to it and not get too close to him. What I was gonna do. How many? Can you throw a grenade as a half action?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna move here to use my half action's worth, and then I'm going to throw a fire bomb at this fella right here.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna say, if I'm gonna be exact, I'm gonna throw it like right back here.
Okay.
Okay. Have learned that throwing these things are warfare melee, which is so much better. So let me roll for this firebomb.
Okay. Also, I knew I was rolling this sticky special roll, but not that much difference. Okay. It lands where you want it to land.
All right, so it was right here, and it's blast 10, kill 1, and it's everything in that within that radius is immediately on fire for 2 rounds.
Where did you want it?
Right here.
Here?
Yes.
Obviously, it doesn't go up the side of the wall.
Yeah.
Alright, roll
Alright.
damage because you can't dodge that.
Yes, sir. And it has cauterized.
Fire? It has cauterized? Or you say does fire in any way deal more damage to shields?
Well, it says it has flame special rule, which is it says flame 1d10 special rule, which I don't know what that is.
Flame, I think, is like if it, like they catch on fire or not. I have actually on special rules page, so I should look. Flame, you said?
Yes. It's flame 1d10 special rule.
Deals damage to each. The flame special rule deals damage each round to characters in the flame ignoring armor to find out how much damage fired. This special rule is X. The dice amount shows how much damage the dice rolls are dealt for each round. For example, the standard napalm explosive is flame D10. So napalm
1d10. Mm.
Character
Okay.
may make an agility test to escape the fire if the character has been caught on fire. The character must make a -20 agility test to put themselves out. Each consecutive attempt can take +10 bonus to escape the flames. Flames take 4 rounds per dice damage to go out. If this means if a weapon has flame 2d10, it will take 8 rounds for the flames to go out. So for every d10 worth of damage takes an extra 4 rounds to go out.
Alright.
Okay. So
Do you want me to roll for the flame damage this round?
yeah.
6.
Okay. He's gonna get out of the fire and even attempt to put the flames out. So he's done. Oh, it is his turn. Alright, well, he's gonna do just that. He's gonna be like, oh shit, fire!
Look like a
He's
roach.
gonna run this way. Oh, roll, no, he saw you throw the grenade, so. Oh,
No
wait.
point at this.
Yeah. But yeah, he runs up to you, and that is his full movement.
Oh, buddy boy.
This guy's like, I know you didn't just step to the king. No, I ain't the king.
I'm just some guy.
I'm just some guy who has an energy sword. I'm gonna swing at you. Can you just? Boys are back.
Da-da-da-da.
Fear takes a pretty hefty chunk to his shield, so this guy does that. And he just kind of, he sits there and he like screams. He's like, ah! Watch where you're swinging that thing, it's scary! This guy's like, oh hell nah! And then shoots this guy. Shoot him in the head. Shoot him in the head. Alright, got one shot. I knew this guy had damage to him. She just wasn't saving. Alright, that pops his shields. This guy's gonna run out. He's just full move, get here, get a fight out on this guy. Oda, you're up.
Alright. So now that it's back to me,
You know you're gonna let this guy just sit here, right? You ain't gonna let him just chill at our cover. This
oh
gentleman.
nah, no shot. I just want to make sure I know what happens to this guy. Hello.
Yeah, what? What?
Yeah, the guy I shot with the plasma thing. It's my turn now again.
Oh, yeah, alright, roll the damage.
Alright.
It's gonna blow up.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong. He threw one off of him, but the other one's still on him.
No, he threw one at the guy pulled it back off and threw it back at him.
So
he got
both
two
are on him?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. Jesus.
Yo, look at that damage.
14 times 6. And it has kill 3 or
Kill.
Oh, so he's in a kill or is he stuck?
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah.
Imagine he wasn't.
Alright, his shields are just fucking God.
Excellent.
He's up.
Does it count as one like hit? Like if he has shields that was gonna get popped in that turn, would that like count as one hit? Just to pop the shields, or would it also do damage to his health? If there were two of them?
No, explosives don't go through shields. That is a specific rule I've read.
No, what I'm saying is like, let's say the first one would pop his shields, would the second one do damage to
Oh,
him,
yes.
or would they both pop his shield?
No.
Because like it would explode at the
would-
same time in theory, right?
No, because the shots come out one after each other. So one would
Oh,
explode
I was thinking they all came out at
simultaneously.
the same time. Yeah, I got you.
This guy's like, fucking Dave. And he's gonna run over to the plasma turret.
20 guy.
He's right over here. Fucking turns it down. This guy, he's gonna fucking
No.
rip into.
Well, well, no, I'm a fucking
Oh,
what's it
yes.
called? Yeah.
So he doesn't even move. I forgot. I skipped your turn because right, you have the rest of your turn.
Yeah, I always do that. But fucking but then what I'm gonna do? I'm activate my basic maneuvers, and I'm you know how this works by now. Fucking welcome to this guy.
Yo,
Running this shit, half action melee.
sure.
I'm dropping my fucking caster here. You said I'm good to roll it?
Yeah, go for it. You're good.
Wait. Alright, that one is actually 0 degrees of success. Wait, no, the minus 10's already in there. They all hit. We all hit down here.
Dead.
Alright then. That's me.
Like I said before, this guy's gonna heal. This guy's gonna shoot at that guy. Alright, and he guns him down.
Let's fucking go.
Fear proceeds to yell. He's like, "Oh, I didn't even get to swing at him. Come on." Iga, you are up.
Who's alive, enemy
It's
wise?
literally this guy up here.
Just
that's
this
it.
guy.
I'ma shoot him.
Running around, the whole floor beneath him is just burning on fire. He threw like 4 grenades off of him. He's just booking it.
Balls. Terrible fucking rolls, man.
All 0. I mean, you got the one that was the 4. You shot him right in the
We
fucking
all
eyes.
float down here.
Hit him in the head eyes.
And he's got no shield, so headshot special rule.
I'm just gonna roll it anyway. If he doge, then he doge.
He's not dodging.
Alright. 18 damage, 14 pierce to the head with headshot special rule.
Head spot. What is headshot special rule again? I forget.
It like ignores toughness modifier or some shit.
Oh, that's right. So the first one goes to the head, right?
Yeah. 18 damage, 14 pierce.
All right, you got him. You shoot him in the head, and his body drops, and it falls off the platform into the fire pit. It's still going.
Woo!
That
My god.
is it. So,
Fuck the storm.
guys, you guys are along, and again, there's others like fighting going on around this area. This is kind of like where you guys are fighting.
Yeah.
Get everyone's sheet out of my way so I can get this clutter gone. Keep this up for a little bit. This movie. So, you drop him, and shortly after the fightings in the other areas around you subside, and you guys officially take the city in a record-breaking 6.5 hours.
My God.
Yes, now you have the city. You all,
Let's go.
you do your victory fucking roars, and you head back. Clean up, you do what you gotta do, you kind of head back. Unless anybody wants to do anything in the city before that.
Nope.
No, sir.
Alright. So. Switch the music up. He says, you guys get back, everybody's around the table, and you're kind of all celebrating. You're like, we did it. Zor's there. Him and his wife have been reunited. Arbiter thanks him for his help in the invasion. Thanks for everything that he did. In a matter of like 3 hours, and he thanks him for what's to come. Zor says, thank you for saving my life. And to your men specifically that did it. And he would introduce you to, Bell would introduce him to you guys, and Kupusan's shadow as well together. So he says, these are the ones that are responsible for saving her. No need to thank her. And he just kind of bows his head and gets down and he says, thank you very much. You've done more than you know you could have for me.
We're sure you'll pay it back in kind.
He goes, yes. And he says, you have my full support with the coming battles against Vorkum. And you guys kind of celebrate. You take the rest of the day. Arbiter tells you to take the rest of the day to celebrate, for this final push will be the most difficult, he assumes. He says after that, all you guys meet back here in the morning to discuss what's next.
I'm gonna go out to the bar, tell some
Oh yeah, dude.
bitches I'm part of the
Yeah.
cross guard.
What the
Like, yo, did y'all hear I liberated that whole city? 6 hours, bro.
6 fucking hours. It was crazy.
I threw a fireball. It was nuts.
Goodness.
If you guys want to actually do something like that, you
No.
can. Not
No,
like
no.
you get the point.
Oda's mentally preparing for the battle to come. There's nothing to celebrate yet. We're not done. Okay.
Alright,
Yeah.
well, anybody who does their drinking does their drinking. Do you actually do some drinking, Zora?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
by
I'll
all
enjoy the
means,
party.
go for it.
I'll have a drink, but I'm not like I'm not actually going out to meme. I'll
Hey,
have a drink and enjoy the festivities.
Gotcha. Iga?
Yeah, fuck it. Just for group morale, you know. Go
Yeah.
and get fucked up with the boy.
Alright.
Oda, you don't come for a single drink?
No.
We're clowning you.
Yeah,
Cloud them all
I'm
you
saying-
want. We're not
I'm,
done.
I'm sitting here and saying, come on, we're allowed one moment of reprieve.
No, we're not.
Say we really are.
We haven't accomplished anything yet.
We
Say
just
we've-
took a city in 6 hours.
I say we've accomplished. I say I understand your point, but we have accomplished quite a bit. Simply sitting and focusing solely on the mission ahead is not going to make you any more prepared than you are at the moment. You have to focus on your personal morale and health.
I will celebrate when the war is done. I'm not.
I-
I'm not telling you not to. Take your time.
Say no. I say, oh, I know you're not. I'm telling you to celebrate now because I don't think you will celebrate when this war is over. Think you'll just find another war to try and fight.
Fine, bro.
Yeah,
fine.
what you got
Oda-
there, bud?
Oda comes out for one drink.
Hell yeah, dude.
No.
I don't even know what the fuck we even drink. Fucking.
Bro, we do a Kirkland car bombs.
Sangheili car bombs.
Wait, what is
Yeah,
this?
dude.
The Komodo car bomb?
Komodo car bombs.
Bro, no, dude, this is
Yo.
perfect. You imagine, they're both standing over there and you go, yo, you guys want to get a drink from our This special concoction we call the Komodo car bomb. My wife makes it the best.
Fuck's sake. All right, fine. We do that.
Hell yeah, dude. See,
Alright,
that's
you
all you
guys
need.
go out. Zoro, you sit there, you have one drink, and people keep offering you drinks. You're like, no, I've had one, unless you don't.
No, I'm sitting here. I'm like, listen. I had my one drink. I'm taking it easy. I'm here to enjoy, not here to get fucked up.
Alright, cool.
Oda has an addictive personality. When offered more drinks, he has more drinks. He tried to avoid this situation, but it was pressured on him.
Zoro observes that he's done this, and he thinks it'll be funny to see you drunk. I let it go.
You after about your third Komodo car bomb, you're kind of sitting there and you're celebrating in the city. You don't like go back to base camp. Like you make base camp like in the city. Everyone's sitting around. This is where all the women are for the most part. There's a lot of women around. A couple of them come up to you like, "Ooh, what's this? Is this shiny piece of armor you got?" They're just not even pointing to they're not even pointing to your arbiter fucking shoulder blade. They're pointing to like your other one.
Yeah.
They're like, "What is this?"
Oh yeah.
And they're coming up to all you guys, by the way. This isn't just Oda, but like, figure this is a funny reaction. They come up to you like, "Look at this fancy armor you got." And she's pointing to everything but the arbiter's fucking shoulder blade. Like, how is like, you must be pretty cool.
Go ahead, Iga.
I was gonna say, I imagine Iga's like making sure everybody's drinking water and shit. You know what I mean?
Make sure you hydrate.
Just being a real. Yeah, make sure you hydrate, man.
I put my arm around one of the girls and I say, yes. In fact, you might recognize our names. We are the Cross Guard, serving as one of the highest command in the current fight with the sword. And I say, the man sitting next to me happens to be the sitting arbiter himself, Oda Tanaga.
She's like, no way. She's like, yo, get over here, girls. You're the arbiter? Yo, that's great. They're all fucked up, by the way. That's
No.
crazy.
Dude, and here's what I'm gonna say. While they're talking to Oda, Zoro stands up, says goodbye to Iga, and he heads out.
Like before you get out, it's like that's crazy. Like, wait a second. You said you guys are part of the cross guard? Like, energy stores don't have a cross guard? How does that even work?
Oda's just like, it's supposed to be ironic.
It's kind of, it's symbolic. Yeah, he'll explain. I say as I head out, confident that I've either gotten Oda laid or put Oda in a real awkward
No,
situation.
I was gonna
And
say
either way, he's
the
happy.
very first, Oda's had a few drinks in it. The very first thing he says, he literally just looks at them and he goes, "You do know I am single-handedly responsible for probably every bit of strife you've suffered in the last 4 months."
Like, yeah. Well, I mean, listen, we all make mistakes. Like,
Boy,
you're here
you're
now
real.
and you freed us.
Mistakes you've made have no weight compared to mine.
She's like, well, you're a real downer, aren't you?
Yes.
Dude, bro, I'm like,
he just waves the bartender over again.
bro, I'm like 10 feet out the bar. I'm saying over the comms, I'm like, Oda, can you fucking not screw this up?
She's like, yeah, I think she's like, maybe, she's like, do you get sad when you drink normally? Maybe you should stop.
He looks at her, he's like, I'm always sad.
She's like, dear God.
Oh boy. I thought it was gonna be a funny meme.
Right.
Looks at her, he looks at her, he's like, do you think anyone's happy right now?
She looks around, she's like, a lot of people
Holy
seem like they're
shit.
pretty happy. You guys saved us in one day. It's a whole city. That's something to be proud of.
He just shakes his head, he's like, I've lost too much.
Oh my fucking god,
Like,
Jesus
what?
Christ. 3 car bombs, my guy! You're like 9 feet tall! I don't understand.
She's like, well, and she like gets up the wall. She's like, listen, clearly you're just gonna sit here and wallow in self-pity, but to leave something with you is like, you're feeling, she's like, to get to the top and to, I guess, I don't know what's wrong with you, but redeem yourself. You've gotta start from rock bottom, and that's where you're sitting now. So thank you, and she gives you like the Sangheili equivalent of a kiss on like the cheek and walks away.
Odo does another round and wallows more.
Boy.
Well,
What's that? Zoro already went home. He went to bed.
Oh man.
He wants to hear all about these details in the morning.
so yeah, you go to bed. You guys have a good night out, and you report bright and early in the morning with the Arbiter,
Excellent.
or Thel, I should say. Sorry, I can't fix it
Uh-huh.
myself. And he kind of gives a report on what's been happening. He's like, we've taken the city, and our next move is an invasion on the mainland against the storm and the crashing waves. Like, this will be an invasion of massive scale upon the entire coastline, and we will launch it from all sides, including this island, the Unbreakable Swords Island, and from the east as well. It's like, so prepare yourselves. The next couple weeks, well, the next week will be an entire week's worth of planning the invasion. And he says, on the other hand, some good news. I've come in further contact with the UNSC. We'll be receiving help. We've been warned. We've been given notice to keep our eyes open for something called the Guardian. It's like, according to them, there's a rampant AI loose. Her name is Cortana. Some of you may be familiar with the name due to who it's attached to. She's putting together a rebellion of other AI, and they're calling themselves the Created, and they're gathering things called Guardians scattered across the universe. One of those said Guardians, Forerunner Tech, is located here on Sangheili, and we've been warned, and we've been told that it's possible that she may try to activate it within the coming days. So it is something we will keep a close eye on and keep you guys updated as we get more information. But the UNSC is sending help to help finish this war, hopefully swiftly.
Hopefully.
And like he said, like, this is a room full of people, like all the leaders, all the brass, even like a lot of lieutenants. Like, he's saying this to like the whole fucking army.
Yeah.
Like all the United Sangheili. He says the next is like, I hope you had fun last night, because this next week is going to be a lot of work and a lot of preparation. And he says, everybody, you have your duties. Good luck. And that's where we will end the sesh.
Nice.
Nice. Boy. So you were just allergic to coochie, huh?
Dude, bro.
I don't understand.
Life is